Where were we? Right! Confrontation time. I'm so glad I've forgotten everything about the case since last week. Let me just review what we have. That seems vaguely loud. Gonna correct you. Oh, right, Jade was quiet. Man, Jade looked so much better than I expected after this many years. It actually up-resed really nicely on the Series X. Still played a little sketch, but could have been a lot worse. Shanksmas in July. Oh, but I'd be around for August, which also means Hobocast. I don't know why I want to do 2 events back to back. Might just have to do something in November. Does that mean you need to pay me? I think you already have. I look at Hobocast. I think you already have. Could go up some more if we could do it during stream time, but squeezing things in around disasters this week. Yeah, but unfortunately I've got a different schedule for my shows in terms of games I gotta run, right? It's tough. It's tough. Also, I'm totally gonna promote the YouTube now. Don't forget, I am also streaming over there. It is nice and high quality too, and the VODs will remain up there after we finish the show, so if you want to catch stuff later on or catch up, nice high quality version over there. March 12th, 3:35 p.m. Flight G390 lower deck cargo hold. With a girl I really want to turn into an emote. Except for that. I know it's her sleeping, but honestly, it's somewhere between Cousin It and Sadako. A Miss Meal. Oh, that's the question. I need my voice list up. Gotta just grab that so I remember who the hell is what. I'm getting... Yeah, she was... Here we go. Makes sense. Miss Meal. Nah. Do you recall what you said earlier about when you answered some service calls as we were departing from Zhengfa? Double check things here. Just quick read over what we've got so I remember. Obviously, a prosecutor's badge. We have the travel wallet we picked up off the floor, only a passport. We have body found at 6:15 inside the elevator, the first floor, hit in the back of his head. We have the Go You magazine that details times of things. The photo of Mr. Hicks, which shows the real statue, which has been taken. The missing cell phone. The piggy bank that lost its hat and potentially murdered a man, but also probably didn't murder a man. The grape juice footprints and something being dragged. We've acquired a lot. The cargo from Zhengfa that was loaded between 4 and 5 a.m. at the transfer. Miss Meal's testimony, which says that she saw him in the seat when she took off at 5, which we need to be bullshit now. The bloody cloth found inside the incredibly ugly, beautifully neon, vaguely irradiated Go You suitcase that has font that looks like someone pulled it right out of PowerPoint. Came out of the cargo hold. A world-famous export of Borginio, their cloth covered in blood. The suitcase receipt at 5:40 a.m. The autopsy report claiming instantaneous death resulting from blow to back of the head and bruising from head to mid-back, which implies that he fell. The Elif Red certificate, which is a document in Borginian, says the statue was loaded on board in Europe, but the statue is a fake, and we know at least one other person here who can read that. Web designer's first suitcase, right? Go You, more like GeoCities. And the Elif Red statue, which is not correct. Fake piece being shipped by Mr. LeBlanc. Okay, cool. So creepy. About when you answered some service calls as we were departing from Zhengfa. You said that Mr. Hicks was sitting in his seat at that time. However, that is simply not possible. Because Mr. Hicks was dead long before we ever touched down in Zhengfa. Oh. Miss Cammy Meal. Maybe I didn't see what I thought I did. Her face is amazing for emotes. No one could make a mistake so large, Miss Meal. But I make that kind of boo-boo all the time. Oh dear, we apparently hadn't counted on the fact that we might actually be interrogating an idiot who's bad at their job. This is going nowhere. There must be a better way of resolving this contradiction. Very well. Miss Meal, if you please, tell me about your alibi during the time span. From just before we were to land at 3 a.m. and 6 a.m. when the body was found. Hey, Nomer. Yep, chamomile for the sleepy girl. Not all the names have actually been Punza, so... There are a few I've looked at and be like, I'm not sure I know where the joke is. She looks so very dead inside, you can tell she's been doing customer service for a while. Fair. Are you telling me I'm a suspect, Mr. Edgeworth? Miss Mill's alibi. She's fallen asleep again. She's probably sleeping, why even ask? Fair. Yeah. Yeah. From 3 to 4, I was, in the flight attendant's room all by my lonesome self. That smile on her, it's kind of amazing. Yeah. And from 5 to 6, I was, in the flight attendant's room all by my lonesome. And how is a man supposed to react to a testimony like that? Miss Meal, wake up. I feel that sometimes. Oh, she fell asleep again. It looks like the only way I'm going to be able to wake her up is by pressing her. With the taser. Miss Meal's alibi. I'm going to press yeah. Hold it! Miss Meal, wake up. I'm awake, Miles Edgeworth, I demand you do something about this flight attendant this instant. Why ask me to wake her when you can finally put the whip to an appropriate use? So, 3 to 4 in the flight attendant's room by her lonesome self, and then 5 to 6 in the flight attendant's room. But 4 to 5, yeah, just not mentioned. Hold it! If I remember correctly, food was being served in first class and the lounge between the hours of 3 and 4 a.m. Yeah, that kind of stuff's run by Miss Rhoda. Then what were you doing in the attendance room at that time? Eating, and then having a most delicious dream. You mean you were neglecting your duties? No way. Sleeping's part of our job too, you know. Clearly the part I'm best at. I'm gonna press her on this one too. Miss Meal, how many times do I have to repeat myself? Wake up! Oh yes, Miss Rhoda definitely does all the work. I'm awake, come on. Francisca's just having a minor aneurysm here. What are you whipping me for, sir? Oh, this sucks. No, what did I miss? A poor detective being on the receiving end of a lash in your stead. Really? Sorry about that. Wait, she solved it? How we can get CLZ to sleep, make it part of his job? Yep. Technically, there was one 24-hour cast that people paid me to end early and go to bed instead of continuing the game. So yes, you can apparently make it my job and it will work. He'll just lucid dream his work planning. You can make amends for that by continuing with your testimony. 5, 6, flight attendant's room. Again.
Hold it!
So you were alone the entire time, were you? What cast was that? The 24-hour launch cast of Final Fantasy 15. Basically a subathon, but we forced you to end stream early. Start with a 24-hour clock and every sub takes time off of it instead. Alright. Paying someone to not play FF15, good choice. It did not click for us. Certainly not at launch. There's things I liked about it, but yeah, it did not work for us. Yeah, no one else even popped their head in to say hi. Oh, well, I think a contradiction just popped in to say hi. Alright, so I want to raise an objection because she said, and let me just make sure that I was definitely right. She said 5 to 6, she was in the place by her lonesome, which means... How does her testimony work then? Now granted, that's right at 5, so it might be a little bit thin, but I feel like that's what they're looking for here. No, wait. Actually, no one popped their head in even to say hi. That wouldn't really jive with the 5:40 a.m. timestamp on the in-flight shop when we know that Miss Rhoda bought the luggage and took it back here. So I think that's what we're going for, actually. Ms. Mill, there is a clear contradiction embedded in your testimony. What are you talking about? It's not possible that you were alone in the attendance room the whole time from 5 to 6 a.m.
Take that!
I wonder if you would be so kind as to take a look at this receipt, Miss Mill. A receipt? For what? It's for the suitcase Miss Tenero bought. Now, if I may direct your attention to the timestamp, as you can see, it clearly says 5:40 a.m. Miss Tenero. Yes. Why is the killer here? I thought you'd have her locked up by now. I requested that she be present as a witness so that we may straighten out your complex lie. God, I love her facial expressions. Now then, Miss Tenero, between the hours of 5 and 6 a.m., you took a trip from first class down to the first floor in-flight shop, correct? Yes, I went to the shop to buy a suitcase. After which I went straight to the attendance room to drop it off. And did you see Miss Meal there at that time? No. So, Miss Meal, where were you really between the hours of 5 and 6 a.m.? I feel that so much. Miss Chamomile? The bathroom? I'll be the one to ask the questions here. Phoenix Wright characters speak so much with their mannerisms, they really do. I think one of the only things that's kind of more expressive was Ghost Trick, because it really was incredibly expressive in its animation. Yeah, maybe that's it. I probably just missed her. Nature calls, you know. God, that shit-eating grin. Do you take me for a fool? That's a little too convenient to be true. But it's the truth. Cross my heart. I don't have enough conclusive proof to counter-argue her at this stage. You don't believe me, do you? Please, won't you give me a chance and hear me out? Reason for suspicion. Look, I know you're suspecting me because I'm one of the crew, but you'd think that maybe you should also suspect Miss Rhoda too. She's the one in charge of the elevator keycard and the shop, you know. And you ask me, that makes her super suspicious. Please leave Miss Tenero out of the conversation. Only you are under suspicion for now. I don't get it. Why are you covering for Miss Rhoda all of a sudden? Oh, now I get it. Maybe you've got your eye on Miss Rhoda.
Of course I'm keeping an eye on her. I can't very well let her escape, can I?
Never mind. You want to know something? Miss Rhoda actually kind of like... I have absolutely no interest in people who can't appreciate my sense of design. And Edgeworth totally losing a chance to actually deal with someone decent. What a shame. Oh well, there's only room for Phoenix in his life anyways, right?
Now's not the time for this sort of talk.
Alright, time to start pressing on stuff. Yep, no, you're suspecting me because I'm one of the crew.
Hold it!
No, it's not the only reason I have for suspecting you. Your statements regarding Mr. Hicks also turned out to be a bunch of lies.
He's too edgy to care. Why? Why? I will get you for this. And your little dog, too. Say I wasn't an attendant. You wouldn't suspect me then, would you?
Yes, I suppose that's true enough.
Also suspect Miss Rhoda.
Hold it!
She's already being detained for further questioning, or have you already forgotten?
Oh, yeah. I guess I just forgot. Cammy, don't tell me you suspect me too. Sorry, can't help it. Other than you, I mean, there's no one else who could have done it. I can't believe you would think that. I mean, me, a killer?
Miss Meal, what did you mean just now by no one else who could have done it?
The one in charge of the elevator keycard and the shop, yes. But that doesn't mean that they're locked up. So,
Hold it!
press here. The captain who we've never seen? We have seen the captain. He kind of seemed like a flyboy douche, and Cammy has him wrapped around her finger.
And what are you in charge of, Miss Meal?
I take care of the attendance room.
That doesn't count.
Oh, when I spend so much time in there, it might as well be my responsibility. Mr. Edgeworth, Cammy is very talented in languages, so she assists passengers who may not speak English, especially those who speak Borginian. She's the only one on this flight who is fluent. Oh, you mean that kind of what am I in charge of? Why didn't you say so in the first place?
What else could I have meant?
Yeah, so I'm really good at Borginian.
She's fluent in Borginian. Then I suppose you're in charge of processing documents in Borginian?
Yeah, I take care of anything that has to do with Borginian. Excellent. Because that would definitely draw the Alifred certificate into the conversation.
Very interesting.
You ask me, that makes her super suspicious. I'm just going to press everything, cuz.
Hold it!
Plus, it's worth seeing what everyone has to say.
Actually, your on-the-job behavior makes you super suspicious in my eyes.
But why?
While Miss Tenero is busy with the passengers and all of her other duties, you have a lot of free time on your hands, thus providing you with ample time to commit the crime.
Objection!
I thought for a moment that Cammy had actually responded to us, but... Miss Edgeworth, I demand you cease and desist in this line of conjectural questioning. I won't allow you to bluff your way through this like a certain defense lawyer. What? Who could she possibly mean? We don't bluff, right?
But I do not honestly believe Miss Meal does any actual work aboard this flight.
That's not true, Mr. Edgeworth. Although, well... all I'm in charge of are the attendance room and some Borginian stuff. Alright, let's see if we can present the Actually, I wonder if I can present that now, or if I need to press on this to get her to talk a little bit more. I'm going to try presenting it.
Objection!
So, you are the only one in this flight crew that speaks Borginian. Is that correct?
Yeah, I guess so. I studied abroad in Borginia for a while.
Oh my god, this woman is making me so tired. If that is the case, then the signature on this document belongs to you, doesn't it? This is a falsified piece of documentation with only one purpose: to lead anyone who read it to believe that Mr. LeBlanc's statue was loaded in Europe. The only person who could have either prepared or processed this document in Borginian is you, Miss Meal.
Actually smart. She does have a talent for languages, apparently.
I mean, to be fair, no one's ever specifically said she's dumb. Just
super lazy.
Without your participation, the smuggling of the Leaf Red could not have occurred. Don't sleep while I'm pointing my finger at you.
Oh, wow. Okay. That's great. All of those fucking sleep bubbles. Just blowing actual bubbles. No, I wouldn't dream of falling asleep on you, Mr. Edgeworth. It's exactly as you say.
Are you confessing to having participated in the smuggling?
No, far from it. It's true that I was the one who signed off on that document. You can't use that fact alone to make your allegation of smuggling stick. There's no direct correlation after all.
I am totally stealing a cap of this because now I totally want an animated bubble blowing emote for no particular reason whatsoever.
And we have more emote slots because we broke 2,000 freaking sub points. And all you have is my signature on a piece of paper.
Really? All you did was sign it.
I neglected to check if the cargo had been loaded onto the plane properly. So, sorry about that.
And it seems she's finally woken up. This is gonna be one tough fight.
Suppose, and this is just a supposition. Even if I was involved in the smuggling, you can't throw the charge of murder on me just like that.
Objection!
If you were involved in the smuggling, you would have strong motive to kill. Agent Hicks was in the middle of an investigation regarding a smuggling ring. And just when he was about to close in, he's killed by a member of that ring. Well, did you ever stop to think that maybe Rhoda is the smuggling ring member? After all, unlike me, Rhoda has access to many things in this plane for work purposes.
So perhaps there is some element of a setup at play in this case.
What are you talking about? Wow, she actually has facial expressions.
Don't worry, I wasn't talking about you. I meant the killer. First it was myself, and now it's Miss Tenero who's under the microscope. Seems to be that our killer is going to great lengths to pin this crime on anyone they can.
You have no proof that Rhoda is being set up, or that she isn't.
Actually, I believe she was indeed the intended target from the very beginning. I believe that the plan was to push all of the blame for the crime onto her. And this evidence will prove my suspicions. This proves that the killer was out to frame Miss Tenero from the very beginning. Wait, what? I don't know that I have...
I guess, like, this is the... Huh. This is the only thing I can think of that kind of really specifically ties Miss Rhoda to anything, but I mean... I'm trying to think of the timing. Like, she found us with the body, but I don't know that this necessarily expresses that. I don't know if there's anything... I don't know if there's anything in the itinerary that would specifically call her to be down there either. In fact, the only thing it specifically says occurs at 6 is the movie. The piggy bank, you think, Amy? I mean, it came from the shop, but... My assumption is not this, because I feel like when this was disposed of, it was meant to take the evidence with it, not ever be found. This came from the store and we feel was not... I mean, we know it's not the murder weapon. It's... Yes, you're right. My prosecutor's badge was definitely what was going to have her framed. Yeah. There's two things that came... Well, that came from the store. That didn't actually come from the store, so... Let's roll it. Seriously, the suitcase is fugly? Hey, different design styles for different... All I'm gonna say is that were I to own this luggage and travel, I would not have any issue finding my luggage at the destination. Someone tries to steal my luggage, I will see that luggage walking away like a beaming goddamn beacon.
Take that!
I think that says no.
This evidence will answer all of your questions.
Are you sleep presenting or something, Mr. Edgeworth?
No, as you can plainly see, I am wide awake.
And I'm afraid you failed. You were making so little sense, I thought maybe you were asleep.
Well, talk about a Dr. Sleepy Miss Hyde-esque transformation. Is this it? It's my piece of evidence that's still unaccounted for?
Unaccounted for? Unaccounted for. Oh, unaccounted for. We don't have the cell phone. Okay. We don't know anything about that. Oh. So remember we said we thought we saw it in the lounge? Not the lounge, the attendance room, but every time we tried to look at any of the stuff, we kind of got yelled at for trying to look at stuff in the girls' room. So I'm guessing it's in her stuff.
Take that!
No, we said unaccounted for, and apparently not that either. What have we not accounted for? This evidence that's unaccounted for. Is that phrasing just throwing me off? I mean, other than the fact that... I guess I'm going to go with the suitcase after because it's the one thing that's definitely Miss Tenero's. Jeez, meerkat. It does look like some sort of meerkat, which is weird because it's supposed to be him, they said, but it's clearly not him.
Take that!
The killer could have hidden the body anywhere, and yet they chose the suitcase. I mean, there were a bunch of them. They were scheduled for disposal, so... Why is that? Perhaps it was to move the body up from the lower deck to the first floor? However, why go through the trouble to do so?
I'm sorry, is anyone else getting vaguely angry Popeye from this? Also, I think she's about to rip that poor thing's head off.
The only way all of these actions make sense is if the killer had wanted to frame Miss Tenero for the murder.
Very Popeye. It's so Popeye.
Miss Tenero buys a suitcase in every flight she works without fail.
She's one sussy hussy. Oh, damn. What a way to put it. Welcome back.
But should her suitcase be switched with the one containing the victim's body, that would put her in a very tight spot. Unfortunately for the killer, the turbulence put an end to that plan.
Yeah, imagine going through airport security with a body in your luggage you don't even know about.
There wasn't enough time to put the body back into the suitcase. Ergo, they made do with whoever was at hand, adapted their plan, and tried to frame me as I lay unconscious on the floor from the turbulence. The killer then went to hide the suitcase in the in-flight shop and brought the piggy bank back to the elevator in order to fabricate a false weapon.
Yeah, miss, there's a body in here. That's definitely not mine. I have not seen that before in my life. Oh, shit. Nope, I recognize him.
A lot of work for a fruitless endeavor, wouldn't you agree?
Sounds like the killer had a tough time too, huh? I mean, why did the killer need to frame someone that badly anyway?
That is because of the special circumstances surrounding this particular case.
What special circumstances dictate the need for the killer to frame someone? Might be who the victim was, because it's not just a guy, it's like they well, does that really help them though? Not sure it's the when. I mean, the where, it's obviously, it's here, it's on the plane. The only thing that's super special that I can think of is just the fact that he's an agent. Like, that's kind of a big deal. You don't just leave a dead body around when it's an FBI agent. You need that wrapped up nice and clean. Get people off the trail.
The killer was at a loss of what to do with Agent Hicks's body, but as it just so happened, there were a bunch of empty suitcases nearby. Being a skinny man, the killer thought to put his body in the suitcase and hand it off.
I mean, the whole plan to frame someone was an elaborate coincidence.
No, that's not what I said. You've wrongly deduced my meaning this meal.
The one with the wrong deductions is you. Think before you speak again. Wait, no, don't wait.
Patience, Francisco. I was about to reveal the truth. God damn it.
I have expected it to hit Gumshoe anyways, but technically... I mean, she's literal health damage, right? Love to know why she obsessively blows bubbles. Everyone's got their thing? Alright, where and when? I'm trying to think if there's anything special about the when. Because this is a while back. Why do they need to frame someone because of the when? She's got such a bubbly personality. Oh. Gumshoe only gets hit when she's in shock of you being right. Poor Gumshoe. No, when was actually before the loading? They imply that he died before they'd actually unloaded or done any of the loading in Zhengfa. So death would have been before they got there. The where being here is probably it, because if they can get the murder basically away from here, then it diverts attention away from where the smuggling is happening, right? You don't want a dead dude right around your smuggled materials. I think that's the angle they're going for, but honestly, I'm not sure.
The special circumstance is simply that the murder took place on a plane mid-flight. That's not quite what I'm... Okay. No matter which country, customs is quite strict in this day and age, so no matter what you do, the chances that the body will be found is very high. Therefore, there was no choice but to frame either Miss Tenero or myself. In other words, the only one who fits within the boundaries of the criminal's movements is not Miss Tenero nor myself, but you, Miss Chamomile. Only you and you alone could be the killer.
Just gonna ask, how fucking big is this plane? Big enough to have a giant cargo hold and 2 floors. And...
Oh, I'm sorry, what?
No, you're done already. I was about to fall asleep again. Anyway, let's be honest here. You don't have anything on me other than a whole lot of circumstantial evidence.
I can see the outline of how the murder occurred, but I have no definitive evidence. And isn't there a piece of evidence that's still unaccounted for? Something I still can't quite fit into the big picture?
Oh, don't use unaccounted for in that phrasing again. Because we still don't have the cell phone. Evidence that's unaccounted for. God, when you say unaccounted for, I want to say it's the thing. This isn't technically evidence because we don't have it. Oh, you trouble me, game. Can't quite fit into the big picture. I mean, we know why this is there. Let's assume that all the theories and stuff are correct. This was the fake weapon as part of the framing. We've used this. We get what this was for. This was for cleaning up the blood. We know what that was for. The autopsy report has been used. The certificate we've kind of used here. The testimony we've already used. We haven't used the cargo for anything yet, but the thing I keep coming back to is we don't know anything about the damn phone. It hasn't turned up, but I don't know if that's what they're referring to when they say unaccounted. I mean, last time, that's what I assumed when they said unaccounted for. Frankly speaking, a real cargo aircraft converted into a luxury airplane can be this big. They're pretty damn big. How's it going, Ring Song? Big enough for someone to die from a fall in the cargo hold. Yes, this is true. We have proof that I'm failing to prove. I feel like we used this much earlier. We're missing the cell phone. And we haven't attempted to... The Zhengfei, I assume it just has to do with us going there to reload and gave them the opportunity. I'm gonna poke the cell phone again.
Take that!
Nope, I still hear music, so I guess I don't have any actual evidence. I thought not. But that's because it went missing, and still is. Missing? What do you mean by that? In the complex puzzle that is this case, there was one piece I kept getting stuck on. And that is the victim's cell phone. Francisca, you were waiting at the airport for a phone call from Agent Hicks' cell phone. Or at least, that's what you told me. That is right. But Agent Hicks' cell phone could not be found at the crime scene. Oh yeah, Neil's expressions are fantastic. Especially now that she's woken up. Well, they were creepier before. You mean the killer took the phone with them? Oh, Francisca, does that mean you have the number? Can you call it now? Precisely. I suspect that if we were to find the phone, it would lead us to the killer. Come on, get serious. If the victim fell to his death from that height, wouldn't his phone break as well? We won't know until we try a little experiment, will we? Francisca, I'd like to ask for your assistance. Oh, those are cute dancing emotes. You know the victim's phone number, do you not? Of course I do. Do you actually know it, or do you have it in, like, speed dial? Agent takes his phone. It's ringing from somewhere, sir. I hear it, Detective. Now, where is it coming from? I feel like it's gonna be... It sounds like the phone is up in the flight attendant's room. But I already did the flight attendant's room, sir. Excuse me, ladies. Coming through. March 12th, 4:12 p.m., Flight G390, first floor, flight attendant's room. Please tell me it's in the trash. Ring's coming from somewhere in here, sir.
Whoa, what a weird looking Somnium Files.
Thank you for the bits, Bill. How you doing today? Hey, Barrelicious. Never did play this, but not playing an Ace Attorney game on the DS feels weird. I've never played any on the DS. No, that's not true. I used the modded 3DS for Spirit of Justice when we ran that. Leave no stone unturned, Detective Gumshoe. We must find it. Oh god, who's got to go into her bunk? Doesn't seem to be over here. Well, let's look somewhere else. Please find the phone. You know what? I can spare everyone. Oh, well, okay, we found it. Wow, ring's coming from in here. What? No, it can't. Oh. Alright, this has got to be the victim's cell phone. Could you please stop running it? Just whose locker is this, sir?
It's Miss Tenero's.
Ah, what? Oh, good, it stopped. March 12th, 4:28 p.m., Flight G390 lower deck cargo hold, where apparently we have just helped seal her fate. Whoops. That's when she rushed outside to find a box of rocks. Oh shit, I'm falling! So, Mr. Edgeworth, how did it go? I want to just tell her, lie. Just tell her we found it in her locker. Where did you find the phone?
I found it in the flight attendant's room, in Miss Tenero's locker.
What? But I just want to lie to her and see her reaction, you know? How the Tenero? I don't know anything about the phone. It wasn't me. It wasn't me. Miss Von Karma, is it? I suggest you arrest Miss Rhoda Tenero right away.
Objection!
Wait, I have a theory. This is related to the incident with the key card. When the killer went to steal the key card, they conveniently stashed the cell phone in Miss Tenero's locker at the same time.
Now, it's not necessarily the case for guilt, but reasonable doubt, right?
Objection!
This is related to the key card, all right? In the same way that we have zero proof that the killer did just that. The only voice that sings the truth is evidence. That is the one bird we cannot ignore. She would have loved the case with Polly.
What should I do? Francisca's right. I can't offer baseless conjectures at this point. Alright then, why did the culprit take the cell phone from Agent Hicks? He must have something very incriminating on or in it.
Hold it!
What now, Miles Edgeworth?
It's not over yet. We have yet to figure out why the killer took the phone.
As opposed to potentially just using it to help with the frame job, which it's doing a wonderful job of right now. What?
Inside this phone lies the final piece of incriminating evidence that will point us to our killer. We need to examine this phone in more detail.
Well, I see a camera.
It's a camera lens. Come to think of it, I wonder, how exactly was Agent Hicks planning to preserve the crime scene of a smuggling? Francisca, I need you to confirm something. This cell phone, can it take pictures?
Mr. Edgeworth, I can't believe you don't know about this kind of basic stuff, sir. This looks like a very similar model to my own. And mine can take photos just fine. I kind of love the old style of phones, though.
Do you think Agent Hicks could have taken some pictures with this? In particular, pictures as evidence for his smuggling case? If so, I'd say there may be some very inconvenient photos in here for our killer smuggler.
No, but the phone's all busted up, sir. And even a super prosecutor can't repair a broken phone.
Well, I'll have you know that I used to work at a phone repair booth in a mall.
There actually was one of those in the mall I lived by. A little booth in the middle of the entrance. Never saw like any business there.
I'll find a way, don't you worry about that.
Had a neat little flip phone back in the day. I had a wonderful flip phone that I absolutely loved. Only problem is, if I was buzzed at my my apartment, and I lived up on the 11th floor, it would actually buzz my phone. Very useful. Unfortunately, the day that a moving crew was going to show up for a move a couple thousand miles down south, I went to flip my phone open, and yes, it did flip open, and the top half just went that away, and the rest of it remained in my hand. I ended up having to just sit downstairs and wait for them to show up because I was not going to hear them if they buzzed me. May I go back to sleep now?
Objection!
Oh, I see that secret Amana dance. Nice. The LCD screens on the inside and outside of the rock, and that is for sure. But that is also reason enough to believe that the killer wasn't able to erase
Does
the
the phone
data.
really flip out?
Thank you for the bits, Bill. Yes, it did indeed flip out. Very unfortunate death of my phone. I liked it a lot. What?
What do you mean by that, Francisca?
It looks like Arkin isn't very familiar with electronics. This phone still right when I called it, meaning that only the LCD screens are broken. It is possible that the photos are still there inside, waiting to be accessed. Chamomile is the kind of villain who shoots the computer monitor and goes, "I've destroyed the entire system. All we need to do is transfer the data to my phone."
Francisca, your phone, if you please.
Very well. It is transferring. Alright, displaying it now.
This is...
Agent Hicks was most certainly trying to obtain some evidence for his smuggling case. Ah, hey, clearly Fred's nowhere in this pic, sir. And this has no meaning as a piece of evidence in this murder case, right? Cammy's the kind of girl who thinks IT is useless. Cammy's the kind of girl who owns a smart house and doesn't understand why it gets locked up when the Amazon AWS goes down. Wow, she's right. There's not much we can find out from this about Agent Hicks's killer.
Is this it? Is this the end?
I don't know if you looked for any other photos. Did she take a photo of her killer at... Oh, what if he got pushed over? We know he landed on his back, which means he had to get turned around. Did he take a photograph as he was falling? So we're just going to see her up there looking down. And who thinks deleting her text messages means they're gone forever? The internet never saw it.
Is there really nothing in this photo we can use?
So we got some bed sheets. We've got the
The fact that all the suitcases are here in this photo is odd.
Agent Hicks was still alive at the time. So what exactly is odd about suitcases that haven't been used yet being here?
Yes, well, I was only pointing out the things that are different between now and then.
The off-topic ramblings have put this attendant to sleep yet again, Miles Edgeworth. Look, I'm pretty sure existence puts her to sleep, so...
I'll give Sleepyhead here a rude awakening, a deafening objection, and a contradiction. I hope we do scream at her.
But I do want to, like, just look at the things.
What's all this?
Oh, what? Oh, the cargo ship from Port Guinea to Xingfa.
So the reason they aren't here now is that they were dropped off in Xingfa. Mr. LeBlanc, can you tell me the contents of the boxes? Unfortunately, there's no English written on them anywhere.
One cluster boxes is written in Borginian. It says waffles. It's cloth in English.
Cloth? Could it be... Is this where the killer...
What for is that scary face? Says the guy with a much scarier face.
Miss Mill.
Yes.
It appears that Agent Hicks was no ordinary investigator.
So Popeye. Hey, Sione, how's it going? Does he become his hologram? Yeah, you know what? Honestly, I really like the holo thing we did for 13 Sentinels. I wanted to run it some more.
He left us with a piece of evidence after all. A striking piece that'll point out who his killer is.
Maybe you shouldn't force your mistaken reading of a simple picture, Mr. Edgeworth. Seals he has stopped pretending he's not one of the AI overlords. Yeah, what can I say? I am what I am. Toot toot. Fucking Kevin. Let's talk about...
Take that!
Murder cloths. What is that supposed to prove?
The killer used this piece of cloth to wipe up the blood they had spilt.
Bot level
Well,
0.
there was one thing that bothered me this whole time. Where did it come from?
We're cargo of Borg. Bot level 0. Thank you for the bits. Ugh.
And now I have finally found my answer in this very photo. The cargo that was unloaded in Xingfa had cloth written on it. In Borginian, that is. And this is where the killer grabbed a piece from to clean up the blood with.
As opposed to going for the bed sheets in English, which would have made more sense. There's one simple way to find out. Show us your hands. There you go.
That's right. The killer was someone who could read and understand Borginian. And the only crew member that fits that description is you, Miss Camille.
Those are fingers, sir.
That's pretty flimsy. Only one finger is an AI? Shit! I've given myself away. Thank you for the bits, Bill. That's okay. I have the correct number of middle fingers. It's all good. Killer probably searched through all the boxes looking for something to use. When you're frantic, you don't care if the box is in English or Borginian.
Objection!
Sorry, but I cannot agree with your assessment of the killer's indiscriminate nature.
What?
There was no need for the killer to tear through boxes at random at all. And if the killer supposedly could not comprehend Borginian, well then, why didn't he use the English-ass bedsheets? Logically, the killer would have opened this box first.
Take that!
Oh, hey, there's this bedsheets in English right in the box. Huh.
Precisely, and bedsheets would be perfect for cleaning up blood, wouldn't you say?
So what are you trying to say? I want to see her tear that poor doll in half. I feel bad for the doll, but you know that's how this is going to end.
That if I were the criminal, this box of bedsheets would have been what I would have spotted first.
However, the killer chose to use some Borginian cloths. Do you have an explanation for that?
The killer didn't want anyone to know that the real scene of the crime was this cargo hold. So they were afraid to leave signs that the box for the sheets had been opened. However, the Borginian cloth, well, that's a horse of a different color.
Because the killer knew it was going to be unloaded in the Republic of Zhengpa?
That's right. That is why the Borginian cloth was used. And only the Borginian reader on board who could make such a calculated decision is you, Camille. You and you alone. Also, technically Mr. LeBlanc in this case, but you know.
Oh no. Oh god. It's happening.
It would be very easy for us to confirm if any of the boxes were resealed. All we would have to do is contact the Zhengfa authorities in time. We may even find other evidence to incriminate our killer within those boxes.
Oh, she's losing it.
So what do you say, Miss Meal? Why not confess to your crime here and now? Or would you rather wait and see what we find out from our investigation in Zhengfa?
No, losing it. He was Interpol, and I couldn't stop it. Oh, looks like our poor Teddy survived. And I brought him here. We started taking pictures. I couldn't be found out. I was scared. I was in trouble. I... March 12th, 5:56 p.m. Flight G390, first floor lounge. That's what we call an air combo. Well, we finished making all the arrangements to take the suspect in, sir.
Very good, Detective. What about the smuggling route? Did she say anything about that?
Yeah, taking it down to the precinct now. Hopefully we can get more out of her there. And then when we even approached the topic, she just started foaming at the mouth. It was scary, sir.
She probably wasn't prepared to commit a murder all of a sudden. One thing is for sure, the ring behind this whole mess means serious business. It looks like there's a lot more to this case than meets the eye.
Mr. Edgeworth, I just wanted to say how much I appreciate everything you did. Thank you very much. Can't say she isn't a good flight attendant. Gave that guy a hell of a flight. Oh yeah, no, experience of a lifetime.
It was nothing. In fact, I should be the one thanking you for your cooperation.
But truly, if it wasn't for you,
guess
might
her
not be here
criminal
right
career
now.
never took flight.
Thank you for the bits, Bill. Boo. Instead, I can continue to serve our passengers as a flight attendant. I hope that, well, please accept this as a token of my appreciation. I've cleaned all the blood out of it.
That's,
Yeah, her hair in the back is amazing. I see. You don't have to take it with you if you don't want it.
No, I mean, I would never turn down a lady's generous offer.
Oh, thank you. I'm sure it will serve you well. And remember, we here at GoU Airlines are always ready to serve, Mr. Edgeworth.
Thank you, I'll keep that in mind. Don't know that I actually want to fly this airline ever again, given the whole murder thing. But, you know.
Now I must bid you farewell. May all your skies be blue no matter where you go.
But I like sunsets.
I can't believe we wound up investigating the whole day, sir, but boy, was it fun.
Speak for yourself. My day was filled with earthquakes, elevators, and false charges.
Oh yes, we'd have to pay the $1,200.
By the way, where's Francisca?
Oh, she's filling out some customs paperwork for her departure.
Departure?
Oh yeah, Ms. Montgomery is always really busy. I mean, she's been flying from country to country to chase down some leads regarding a case. Better than Ryanair.
Oh no. Detective, can you cancel the car I had you reserve earlier?
Yeah, you got it, sir.
March 12, 5:47 p.m.
Hope Springs Airport.
Francisca.
I thought I told you when you first landed. I have no time for idle chatter.
I have no intention of wasting your time. However, it has been a while since we last met.
I also have no time for such familiar reminiscences. Reminiscences? Just who do you think I am?
You're Francisca von Karma, a very proud prosecutor deserving of much respect.
Until a little while ago, I was but a wretched mutt who was always losing to you. A dancing Pierrot living her life on the name and fame her invincible father built.
True, your father, Manfred von Karma, didn't lose a single case for 40 years as a prosecutor. And then whoever in a blue suit took him down. However, I wouldn't say he was invincible.
What are you talking about? The group I'm on the trail of is a little more troublesome than most. The smuggling route we found this time is only one sliver of the big picture.
Sounds like a dangerous assignment.
You really don't have to worry. I can take care of myself.
Yes, I suppose you can.
Plus, there is another agent on this case with me.
Oh, another agent?
He's a star among Interpol agents and has the highest successful arrest rate. Who knows, you may even run into him one day.
I was simply caught up in this one case. I hardly see why we would cross paths.
I suppose. But I doubt he would say the same.
I'm not following you.
You will understand soon enough. The fight has only just begun, Miles Edgeworth. I'll be back in this country soon enough. And when I am, I'll be sure I'll pay you back in full.
Okay, bye.
Look, Vegeta, it's a subscriber.
Thank you for 87 months, Luna. Welcome back. Ever smacking good time? No, the smacking just left. Just like that, she's gone, huh, sir? Wow, I was kind of getting used to getting whipped. Yeah, I'm gonna miss that. Thank goodness. Finally rest easy knowing I don't have to watch out for a whip. Wanted to run off the plane and whip him once just before she goes.
Detective Gumshoe, I want to thank you all for your help and cooperation.
She's off to slay Dracula at school? Totally. Hey, Safi, how's it going? When she pays us back, can she take the suitcase as change? Oh, God. Here's your change. What? Oh, it's nothing, sir. I was just happy to be able to work with you again. I think I'm going to celebrate by adding a little extra salt to my instant noodles tonight. Isn't Dracula her dad, though? I mean, plenty of people want to kill their parents. Visiting the US and finally watching your stream at a normal time. Ha! Nice! Dare I ask what brings you here?
Just how much did you cut his salary by, Francisca? Detective, I was wondering if you might give me a ride down to the prosecutor's office.
Sure thing, sir. I'm flying on the road in the patrol car if you want.
Don't make me remind you, Detective. Safety first.
Holiday to feeling gotcha. Have fun.
Thus, I solved the first case upon my arrival home. Franziska von Karma, the smuggling route that she was after. The leaders of the ring had already put their trump card into play. And the players on the other side of this war, they begin to make themselves known through the next incident.
Which happened in my office.
Edgewood speaking.
I don't know whose voice that is to do, so... Oh, finally. I called who knows how many times earlier, but I couldn't get through.
And you are?
Ah, have you forgotten my voicemails, my boy? Aww. Mr. Amino. Did we have an Amino in the first game? Did I have a voice to work off of from that? Ernest Amino. I don't think... Yeah, I don't have anything that matches that from the first one. Shake Bear. Oh, is he a big dude? Because if he is an appropriately oversized guy, that is definitely an option. He's new. Alright, well, let's Shake Bear him for now, and we'll see what he actually looks like.
Mr. Amino, Ernest Amino, correct? Oh, so you do remember me. I know it's rather sudden, but I can't ask this of anyone else. There's been an incident, Miles.
Hey, Atero, how's it going?
My son, he's been kidnapped.
Hooray! And now we're done the game. We move on to the next game, right? Alrighty, let's go ahead and throw a save. Wait, what? Hang on. Did someone say Freedom Wars Remastered? Really? Oh shit. Well, I am so there. What? I had never expected to see anything more from that. That is actual news. One moment, I need to look this up. Freedom Wars Remastered, yep, there was an announced trailer 30 minutes ago. Courtesy of Bandai Namco. Ooh, Bandai. Let's see. Preserving the Vita Classic is remembered. Excellent. Man, oh man. Okay. Man, that was an underrated little gem of a game. Definitely had its issues. Fighting anything that wasn't large was relatively terrible, but there was some very cool stuff in there, and I will have to give that some time. Remastered on PS5. Fuck yes. Oh yeah. Nope, I'm gonna have to check that out. That was an interesting one. Banana Neko, that's the one. January 10th. Ooh. All right. Okay. I'm going to have to start putting a hunting party together. The Kidnapped Turnabout with some weird cross between Wolverine and Pikachu. I guess it just makes him a Raichu. March 13th, 10:11 a.m. Bah?
It's time.
Don't worry, Sergeant. I'll be following every movement with my binoculars.
Good to hear. Now make sure you don't lose sight of me. I'm counting on you for backup.
You can count on me, sir.
I have to go. The kidnapper is supposed to contact me soon. Who would have thought that upon my return, I'd be thrust into a kidnapping case? After a murder case.
He's a very busy man.
And then I'd be the one who would have to make the ransom drop-off.
Oh my god. Wow. It's the suitcase. I suppose that is definitely one way to re-gift it immediately. Oh, I had to. It was a kidnapping. I needed to pay with it, so I'm sorry I lost it. It was for a good cause. Hey, Dagger, how's it going? I'll see you over there on the YouTube side.
Let's see. I checked that the money is all there, safe inside this hideous suitcase. Now all I have to do is await further instructions from the kidnapper.
How are the kidnappers supposed to escape with that suitcase, right? Everyone will be able to see it.
Which I'm expecting to be transferred to my cell phone. I wonder who else is around. This is the meeting place after all.
God, it's that thing! Why is it that thing? Oh, welcome to Gatewater Land. I don't know what voice to give the damn thing for now, so ha ha ha!
Oh, thank you.
And a big hello to you. I'm the Proto Badger. Nice to meet you. I'm doing well, Dagger. Thanks for asking. It's been interesting lately. Yeah, that thing is a criminal. Arrest him immediately, right?
Mr. Sonomachio.
Thank you for the bits, Bill. What the? Mickey Mouse. We already did Mickey, unfortunately. We just did it. Oh my god. Excuse me, were you perhaps thinking of taking a picture of me? Ooh, oh, Donakuma Ramp? Is he gonna have many lines? Who did we Donakuma in the past? Oh, incidentally, we Shake Baird in the past for Will Powers, so hopefully he won't show up. You know what? Donakuma was Angel. Alright, you know what? I'll go Donakuma. Let's go Donakuma for that. Proto B. Ugh. Alright, because we haven't Donakuma to anyone yet. Alright, we'll go with that.
Excuse me, but were you perhaps thinking of taking a picture of me?
A picture of you. Sorry, but I'm not interested.
Oh, that is too bad. Well, have yourself a good day.
Hello?
Oh, good God, if it's written like that. Oh, fuck. Oh my God, I'm trying to think how... What voice matches that style of typing? Yeah, I think our last Donakuma was on the dog and Ghost Trick. One of those voice changers. Bad TTS. Okay. Alright, we're just gonna... Sorry, Skeletor is totally a Daimyo thing. Alright. We're gonna go slightly random. No, actually, not the water. I need the alcohol for this.
Who are you? You're not Ernest Tamano.
It sounds like the kidnapper's using some sort of voice alteration device. I'm his representative, Miles Edgeworth.
Are you a cop?
No, I'm a prosecutor. I know what you're wondering, and yes, I have brought the ransom money with me.
I see. In that case, bring the money with you to the stadium.
So this person intends to see if I'm being followed, huh? Gumshoe, don't get seen, dude. Please, Detective Gumshoe, I really need you to come through with me this one
sounds
time.
like Yoda.
Fucked up Yoda, it is, sure.
Cookie Yoda. Oh no, the kidnapper Seminole. Exactly. Yep, that was the voice we used for him. Oh god, why is it even on the drums? Why is that face everywhere? Why do you haunt me? Battle of the Magicians, Max Galactica versus Troop Garmer something.
Edgeworth speaking.
Next, you come to the haunted house.
And just how long do you intend to have me wander around for?
That's for me to decide. You don't have much of a choice here, my friend.
I suppose not. Well, at least I'm getting my steps in. I've arrived.
Go inside.
No reflection in the broken ones at all?
HRNMGH. Follow me, you will.
What a dismal place.
Thank you for the bits, Bill. Overhaul the weapon crafting system? Good.
And that's it. Now go through those doors.
Am I being watched from somewhere? Other than Gumshoe?
Dude's probably standing right beside Gumshoe, watching me from the same point, and Gumshoe just doesn't notice him.
Leave the money behind and go now.
I was hoping for an exchange, but maybe I should do as they say for now and not push it. I couldn't catch even a glimpse of the kidnapper. Perhaps I should keep an eye on this haunted house until police backup arrives.
I was worried about the mascot in the background there. It has a sword. Why does the mascot have a sword? Edgeworth, dude, why you only look in one direction? March 13th, 11:23 a.m. Done it by Bootleg Cheaton, right? I don't know whose voice this is going to be, so we'll give it normal until we get our eyes on somebody. That guy betrayed. Oh, can't be. Done the deal. Who is that? And what are they talking about?
Well, that
Police.
certainly added some edge to his character.
Womp womp. Thank you for the bits, Bill. Ew. Alright. In front of... Meet up.
I can't move my body. That'd be nice if I could move. I fear I may faint again. Well, I hope Phoenix doesn't hear about this.
Why does that one... What?
Where the hell am I? And how long was I out? Was it raining like it is now when I made the drop-off? This was supposed to be a simple affair. So why have I been taken hostage as well? I can only assume Detective Gumshoe lost sight of me at some point, and that my choice of luggage offended the kidnappers violently. The only reason I agreed to the drop-off, to be the drop-off man was because of that phone call. It was from Mr. Ernest Amano, the director of the powerful Zaibatsu, the Amano group. But aside from that, I also owe him a great debt of gratitude. His only son, Lance, had been kidnapped. I know that Lance is already in his 20s, but I guess some things you never grow out of. Well, I can't sit around waiting for someone to come help me. I must escape somehow.
And now it's a... Such determination on our face. Was that you making that? Was that Gumshoe maybe? Was that you making that funny sound? Let me guess. Nope.
Who's there? How dare you laugh at a gentleman's plight?
Oh, you are not Gumshoe.
Who are you? Are you one of the kidnappers?
It's Gumshoe too. Eh. Ooh, alright. Okay. New girl. What voice are we gonna give her? Let's see here. What do we have available from the past? Yeah, she does look like she could do the Gremlin Maya role, since I doubt we'll run into Maya, really. I think we could do that. Gonna want a Genki? Yeah, I don't really do Genki. Actually, if anything, it's the opposite of that I do. Is it terrible that the most Genki voice I think I might actually have is Nappa? Is this our new Nappa? Like they associate Genki with the one game show? Oh god, yes, Professor Genki was amazing. It's time to play Baby or Cobra! Murder time, fun time! Yeah, no, Professor Genki is thoroughly burned into my brain. I love those side quests. Questions, will we see Judge Nappa? I don't feel like we're even going to see the inside of a courtroom at this rate. Trying to see what else we might have that might... I don't think we really have anything appropriately Genki. Can do the voice I just did now? No, not for an extended period of time. And I'm not actually sure I can really conjure the voice up outside of Professor Genki lines. The most Genki you can do is Valley Girl. Oh, that's fair. Alright. Yeah, I don't know why. It's like, I can pull Professor Genki lines, but I can't do the voice otherwise. It has one purpose, and it's for screaming Baby or Cobra. Alright, Extreme Valley Girl then. What, like a kidnapper? Me? No way. I'm not into such petty crimes. I prefer the big crimes, grand larceny, that's kind of cool. Nope, I'm after something like much, much bigger.
I must be worn out from today's ordeal. Focus, Miles. I'm hallucinating.
Oh yeah, I forgot to introduce myself. Sorry about that. Ahem. Oh god. So like even in the depths of night, we know the bird dares to take flight. Oh god, she's got a bad rhyme for her intro. One alone soars to shine, the light of righteousness on the world's blight. And that one is me, for I am the great thief Yatagara. Oh god. Thanks, I hate it. This is Yatagarasu. Well, she puts the ta in Yatagarasu, that's for sure.
Great thief. And did she really just claim to be the Yatagarasu?
Oh, yeah, but like my real name is Kay Faraday. Okay, now I can actually stick her name in the list proper. You can just call me Kay. Kay? Cool. Now that's settled. And Edgeworth went back to sleep.
Not quite. I have a mountain of questions for you. But first, if you would be so kind as to remove these ropes.
I wonder, should I remove them? I was actually having a lot of fun watching you make those silly faces. Yeah, like that one. Hey, there's no need to get all mad and icy glary on me, you know. This rope goes through here, and there you go. Yep, Valley Girl, definitely for this one.
What a relief. I owe you my thanks.
Why is there a Blue Badger photo rally? Oh, it's okay. You can pay me back in full later. I'll send you the bill. It's gonna be huge.
Now then, what question should I start with? Unfortunately, I can already tell nothing is going to be easy with this cheeky girl.
Well, let's start with... I'm a prosecutor! I just want to present my badge. But that's not really presenting. I want to present it. Present it. There we go. Don't surprise me like that. I can't believe you're just shoving things in my face. See my badge. I mean, aren't there more pressing things you'd rather ask the little me?
She has a point. I should probably find out more about my mysterious savior first.
Yeah, itemized bill. 1. Introduction, $250. Rescue, $450. Daring escape, $1,000. Who needs a sugar daddy?
Is that what they mean by badgering the witness?
God. No, badgering the witness is what we did when we actually had the Blue Badger case. Thank you for the bits, roll.
You call yourself a great thief, yet are you really a thief at all?
You doubt me? I get it. You think that a young lady like me couldn't possibly be such a big-time thief, right?
That's not the part I have a tough time believing.
I'm the real, genuine Yatagarasu, you know. Yep, I'm a pure-blooded great thief. It's a little something I inherited from my predecessor.
In that case, you wouldn't mind if I arrested you then, right?
What? Like, of course I'd mind. I haven't stolen anything yet. Seriously, I don't know how you can say such a horrible thing to your savior. Seriously, gonna like totes pout on you.
That's true. Technically, she hasn't stolen anything in front of me yet.
Alright, Yatagarasu, let's talk. Hey, what's up?
When you say you're the Yatagarasu, do you mean you are the Yatagarasu?
Yeah. The most righteous of the righteous, the legendary great thief. So, like, I inherited the title only recently, so I haven't had a chance to steal anything yet as the second Yatagarasu.
I was not aware that thieves could pass down their titles like that, but I guess that makes sense.
The Valley Girl always kills me. Do it better than I can. Like, totes. Look, it's just years of practice, and I don't really know where from, since I only ever did it on stream, and I really don't know where it came from. Oh, wait, no. I totally know. I grew up watching 90s movies. That'll do it. But don't worry, I've like totally got some big plans in the works.
Big plans, huh? They wouldn't happen to lead to a big arrest, would they?
I knew it. There's just like no reasoning with a prosecutor.
I'm not the problem here.
I'll have you know that the Yatagarasu has no interest in stealing petty trinkets. There's one thing and only one thing I want to steal.
Only one thing, and what would that be? Is it a heart? Tell me it's a heart. Literal? Physical? Transplant?
But that's gonna have to wait until we find our way out of here.
Well, at least there is one thing we agree on. I'm sure I'll have plenty of time later to learn more about you.
Hey, random person. Says these voice acting skills are quite impressive. I would not ever say what I do is voice acting. There's a distinct difference between voice acting and doing a voice. I can do voices. Can't act for shit. So you like never tell me what your name is, Mr. Prosecutor type guy? That's a Phantom Thief easily mixed up. Phantom Thieves? What?
Oh, I guess not. I'm Miles Edgeworth.
Oh, now I remember.
And how can you remember something I just told you? Well, she sure is cheery.
Alright, then Mr. Edgeworth, so like let's totally get out of here. Oh my god, we're not getting out of here.
It would seem that we're locked in from the other side.
What? No way. I didn't hear you. What? No. Haha, la la la, not listening.
Okay, you do remember where you came in from, right? It looks like that might be our only way out of this room.
Whoops, slight miscalculation. That's a good height to make an entrance
I
from,
guess
but like
we're
I
legally
totally can't
one
jump that high to make an exit.
person.
Thank you for the bits, Ross Kirby. That is also a fair option. Though, wasn't she southern, not valley? If you aren't acting, I just feel like the variety of them is impressive. That's where I do try. Thank you. Oh, there's voices in the list I actually forgot we'd ever done. And I still want to find more to add to it.
I suppose we have no choice but to look around and see if we can't find another way out. Oh. We'll begin investigation in the isolation room. Isn't this my phone? Looks like I made it through the ordeal intact. Unlike Mr. Hicks's.
If only there was like a way for us to contact someone on the outside.
Oh, but we do have a way right here. Gumshoe, answer your phone. Gumshoe, answer your phone.
Oh, there was like a cell phone here this whole time? What Sealsy does to be closer to fan dubbing? That honestly sounds way more offensive than what I do.
If I'm right, Detective Gumshoe should have contacted the precinct for backup by now.
Mr. Edwards, sir. You okay? Yeah, we're so worried, sir.
I'm fine. I was knocked unconscious for a spell by the kidnapper. That's all.
Sealsy abridged.
Oh, I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, sorry, sir. Oh, I'm such a failure. If only I hadn't lost sight of you.
Detective, we don't have time for this. Have the police set up a perimeter right now.
Well, you don't have to worry about that, sir. I already got the boys working on that. But in doing that, I sorta...
What's wrong, Detective?
Oh, I don't know who this is. But I'm gonna be creepy about it until we know.
Sorry to butt in, but I'm afraid you're gonna have to make do with me.
And who is this?
Oh, it's someone from Interpol. Okay. Dr. Claw. Man, on the one hand, I wish. On the other hand, Dr. Claw is really hard to maintain. But he does have like the whole no face thing going on right now, so it's tempting. But if this dude winds up in an actual like legitimate conversation, he'll kill me. Mr. Interpol, what voice shall we give you? Something repeatable. Let's see. Ah, wait. Interpol. I think we found our Popo. Interpopo. He will do. Pecking order, bitches. Mr. Shilong Lang. Shilong Lang of Interpol. A pleasure to speak with you, Mr. Edgeworth. I've heard a great deal about you.
So why exactly is an Interpol agent like yourself involved in a domestic kidnapping case?
Don't sweat the details. A crime's a crime, whether it's on a local or a global scale. Besides, you're the one who's in a world of trouble.
And why would you say that?
Like she says, the pack that runs together stays together. You catch my drift? You cause quite a ruckus by running blindly into a situation and then getting caught. I mean, he's kinda got me there. You should have contacted the police from the very beginning. Technically, I did-ish because I had Gumshoe there, so...
I'm sorry that this happened because of a lapse in judgment. However, I humbly request that you please help me out of here post-haste.
Sorry, no can do.
Sorry, what now?
We're hunting the kidnapper now, and I haven't got any hands to spare. As I said, my pack moves as one. You're the one who wanted to go it alone, so good luck to you, Mr. Prosecutor. Oh, and once we do catch the kidnapper, rest assured we'll come find you. Eventually.
Well, you kind of suck.
What's wrong? Did you, like, get cut off?
No, my phone ran out of power.
No way.
It doesn't matter anyway. We should try to get out of here through our own means.
Quick, pile up all the heads and we'll climb up them. Yeah, I have, like, a name to live up to after all. If we put our heads together, we're sure to find a way out. I'm just gonna keep, you know, working the door, and maybe it'll eventually give way, you know, over time. Erosion or something.
What is this?
Looks like the Bad Badger, and it's looking as bad as ever.
Looks like a costume head to me.
Well, I guess the Bad Badger's costume is, at the very least, a two-piece, huh?
The real question is, why is only the head sitting out here on the floor?
Oh, I have a separate head. Costume separate into head and body. The head was left in the isolation room. Use the giant key on her head to open the door, right? I think a couple of people suggested that.
They're holding a Blue Badger photo rally?
You didn't know? Plus, it's not just the Blue Badger, it's his whole family, too. Oh my god, there are more of them. Why? Why are there more of them? If you manage to snap a shot of every member of the family, you get a really posh prize. Posh, wow. I don't hear that word very often.
Well, there's a costume head sitting over there. Why not start with a picture of that?
You can't do that, that's cheating. There's only one of each badger in the park, so you have to work for it.
Speaking of badgers, there was one sitting against a wall in the haunted house.
Seriously? But somehow, I don't think that one counts, Mr. Edgeworth. You have to take pictures of the costume ones walking around the park. Because PTSD is better with family. Ha ha ha!
So are those the rules of this game? How quaint.
There's only one of each badger in the park. Try to get the whole badger family! Oh boy. Maybe we can, like, use the paint to, like, help us escape.
And what exactly do you have in mind?
I was gonna, like, paint us some stairs? Well, we can paint help in really giant letters.
And who, pray tell, would see these giant letters? Where inside a building?
Okay, so then, like, how about we light the paint on fire and send out colored smoke signals? Anyone who saw it would think some crazy arsonist was about and call the cops. Actually, that may not be great for me, seeing as I'm a thief and all.
Let's try to find something other than the paint to use, shall we?
Oh, so we know the Blue Badger fucks. Oh, that is the most cursed thought I've had of the day. Thanks. That's wonderful. I appreciate that, Kekken. How the hell are you? God damn it. Why would you do that? Man, why did they have to put the windows so high up anyway? How is the thief supposed to make her daring escape?
I suppose we could make a way out if we were able to climb on top of those lockers.
Oh, that's pretty clever. You'd make a good thief yet, Mr. Edgeworth.
Please don't ever place my name and the word thief in the same sentence again. Unless it's something like, Mr. Edgeworth, you totally prosecuted the shit out of that thief.
Of the three of them, oof. Let's see. I wonder if I can jump and grab the top of the locker here. It's so cute, but it's so weak.
Gonna need more fire, right, Circular?
Man, why did they have to make such ginormous lockers anyway?
Even if we wanted to use these lockers, we'd need some sort of foothold.
Hey, there's something inside the bottom right box. Oh, I think it's a pink badger costume.
Pink Badger? I'm sorry, what?
You don't keep up with what's going on in the world, do you? In that case, you better study up on the whole badger clan with this. Oh my god. God, this... Proto-badger. I was gonna joke, it's like the first badger. But I'm like, yeah, no, it is apparently the first badger, and it manages to look like a goddamn soulless Funko Pop. The Blue Badger, an ally of justice who keeps the peace. Well, okay, yeah, we kind of are familiar with that one. Bad Badger, who apparently, by giving shades and facial hair, is now a vile criminal with a gun. And the Pink Badger, who has a unique pink bow and apparently no other element of her personality.
What the hell is this?
Think of it as like a Bible of all the things you'll ever need to know about the clan. 4 sentences worth of that's okay.
Whatever. I suppose I can keep it as a reference guide or something.
Book detailing info on the whole Badger family.
I suppose this means that this is where they keep all the costumes.
It certainly looks that way. It's like the Badger family's home.
There are 8 boxes, but 7 of them are empty. Which means that 7 of the costumes are in use right now.
So, it should mean that there's 2 of each of the blue ones.
But aren't these badgers the mascots of the police force?
Well, I heard the police had a hand in sponsoring this theme park. Probably because the Gatewater group owes, like, the police from those cases they solved.
They have all the power of the state and they used it to make a theme park?
It's not just any theme park. They, like, have a handcuff-shaped, double-looping roller coaster.
That's quite enough. I'm feeling woozy from just the thought of such a thing. I won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious-looking nook and cranny. Now, what have we here?
No, it's not a hair ornament, Kay. Stay away from it. Badger, 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 badger. Oh, God, no. Here's cute ninja girl. That's Kay. That's Yatagarasu. But not the Yatagarasu who's actually successfully been stealing things. She's the new inheritor of the title, and she hasn't stolen a damn thing yet.
Why do I feel a laser-like stare aimed right at me? Did you want to take a look?
Don't mind if I do. Oh, I see. Yes, this is definitely a key. I am sure it's a key to something.
The something is what is relevant to my interest. Nothing here.
That is too blurry for me to read. Look, it's the Blue Badger. Maya's better at stealing than her.
I suppose even this thing can be popular with women. So why can't I?
My nemesis.
What the? Why is she beating it up?
It's the Justice one. He's got the word badge right in his name. And nothing but bad news for someone like me. I think he's out there wandering around in this park. I better be careful, he's gonna arrest me by the power of his name alone.
I somehow doubt that the Blue Badger has the power to arrest anyone. Girl, there is something wrong with you. So this is the Blue Badger's rival, the Bad Badger, huh? You feel some sort of reverence towards this Badger, Kay?
I can't believe you would be so stereotypical when it comes to thieves. Surely you must also think there are much cooler and cuter ones out there, right? That's it. I've totally decided that thieves and thievery need an image makeover.
Good luck with that one.
Edgeworth is definitely popular with women, just in a different way from straight men. Oh dear.
This is that Blue Badger I met at the main gate.
Excuse me, but his name is Proto Badger, not Blue Badger. He's based off of the very first design created by the local police chief.
Oh, that's horrifying.
You know, when you compare the two, the Blue Badger looks a bit cuter.
I suppose as he continued to redesign him, the chief managed to make him cuter and cuter. Even humanity has come a long way when you think about how much we've evolved.
Are we comparing the Blue Badger to humans now? No, let's move on to the Pink Badger.
I suppose this is the Pink Badger. But since it has the same design, doesn't it seem forced to call this one a female?
You think so? I mean, like, totally just look at how long her eyelashes are.
That's the only difference.
And the bow. And the fact she's pink.
Yes, and
her lips are red. See? Lipstick.
what? She has nothing to say about the giant pink ribbon, or is that just too obvious?
Also, what red lips? definitely do not see any red lips. Alright, what am I seeing here? Actually, I should look at the door itself. Oh, hang on. Can we open the lockers with the tiny key? Because that would give us something we can potentially stand on if we can open one of the lower ones. Nope. I injured myself mentally. I guess I could just check the door itself.
And it seems we won't be able to open this by ourselves. Also seems quite thick, so we can't just break it down. There must be another way out of here.
Well, I guess let's talk about kidnapping.
Do you know where the person who kidnapped me went?
Well, after they locked you up in here, it sounded like they went into the next room and started talking to someone.
I feel like I heard something as well, but it's all a haze in my mind. However, I do recall the kidnapper was talking with someone. It was just a guess before, but I guess I really am dealing with two kidnappers here.
After that, they left. Almost seemed as if they were done with you.
I suppose that is the case, as my kidnapping seems like an afterthought to the $1 million. Well, if they went into the next room, let's see what we can find out through the slot.
How does Nick do it with his almost half dozen little sister assistant troops?
Why are there so many?
We can peer into the room the kidnappers were in from here. Time to search the nooks and crannies. Well, clearly they found a way out.
Is that what I think it is?
It looks like the kidnappers had an escape tunnel prepared just in case. That's awesome. They're like a bunch of great thieves themselves.
No, they're not, because I highly doubt they made the tunnel themselves. The floor panel was removed and propped up against the beam in a very specific way.
The panel is held in place by a hook. Entrance to an underground room, perhaps.
I think this building was originally built with a basement or underground area. There's a beam in the next room identical to the one in this room. There's even a hook on it to hold the propped up floor panel in place. Which reminds me.
Did you find something useful, Mr. Edgeworth? Alright, feed the chair, Ningwam. Chair Thulu appreciates your sacrifice. Om nom.
Perhaps I may have found a very handy hint to how we'll get out of here.
So I wonder if this has the same kind of thing. What else can we look at here?
There's a door on the opposite side that appears to be the same as this one. Which would mean that I could probably assume that these two rooms are very similar in structure. I believe we may have just found our ticket out.
Oh, so there might actually be something under this. Did I get anything else I can... Okay, open floor panel. Kind of feel like I need to find it first. Is there anything else I can interact with, or do I just need to start ramming stuff together in my headspace? Have I got everything here? Okay, I don't see anything else. Given that there's the hook right here, so there must be something under this.
This is the beam I was tied to.
What's up?
I was pondering if perhaps we could make it over and out the window if we climbed this.
Good thinking. If it's climbing action you need, just leave it to me.
Thanks. This little hook here looks like it might make for a good foothold. Up you go, Kay, and good luck.
Count on it. How are you? What are you? Are you standing on me? The great thief Yatagarshi spreads her mighty wings and like totally takes to the skies. Here I go. You poor girl. A for effort, I guess. And B for brooding in the corner.
As I thought, this beam was definitely not made for climbing.
hook on the beam, but not enough of a foothold to climb out. What do you mean, as I thought? I'm not your guinea pig, you know. Are you sure about that? So we've got the open floor panel and the beam I was tied to, which has the thing, so that should imply that there is the same thing on this side.
This hook on this beam.
Reminds me of Yuffie with no skills. Oh. You know, I already tried and there's no way I can jump from this hook to the window. Come on, even you have to admit when something's just not possible.
I wasn't about to suggest that again, though it was amusing to watch you fail. Rather that it's here for a different purpose.
Really? Like what?
As you saw in the adjacent space, it's clearly for keeping a floor panel propped up. Which means that there should be a panel in this room that we can open as well.
Oh, I get it. I get things.
We didn't notice its existence all this time because it was hidden by this tarp.
Alright then, let's like fold this thing up and see what's underneath. Now this is what I call a treasure. And we still have our tiny key that we should be able to just use on this thing. Wow, this must be another entrance to the secret hidden basement. I totally smell treasure.
The scent I wish to smell is the sweet fragrance of freedom.
Then what are you waiting for? Hurry up and open the hatch.
Alright, maybe I won't. This thing is locked down tight.
There we go. Now I can put those things together in my headspace. Aw, fiddlesticks. Only smell here is mildew. Aw. And fear.
I believe you're up, Kay.
Huh? Why me?
Because we need to use the tiny key you've taken quite a liking to.
Gotta write everything until this chapter's happening in 1 week. Yeah, like in the span of just a couple of days, we've had a plane with a murder, we came back to our office, and then we had to deal with stuff there, and then we've rolled into this. But like, yeah, it's been, we get a lot of business. Shame no one's paying us for any of it. Also, while I'm thinking about it, I'm going to throw out the YouTube link quickly, because we are streaming on that side as well. And if you want to do me a huge favor and double lurk, it is a big help. Oh, also, uploaded the edited 13 Sentinels 1 VOD finally. I'll keep dropping one of those up a week until we catch up to where we were in that, and then they'll start adding other stuff again. Oh, gotcha. Just leave it to me.
I love the tense feeling of these moments. Oh, nope, wrong voice.
Paid in fashionable suitcases and exposure. Hooray! I love the tense feeling of those moments when you're about to uncover something big.
I believe the feeling of freedom would be much more satisfying right about now.
Alright, I got the secret door open, and now... Oh, thud, crack, snap. Oh, well, she did. What? Oh god.
Are you alright, Kay?
I'm fine. Ladder just like slipped is all.
Thank goodness she's alright. I about had a coronary.
There's a lot of really like large machinery down here.
And what about an exit?
Just pops up. It's really dark and cramped down there, so I really doubt there's an exit. I can't believe that happened.
You have only yourself to blame for leaping before you looked, you know.
No way. How was I supposed to know that the ladder is removable?
Really? You don't say. Okay, well, how about we take the ladder and use it with the lockers, and we go away. I figured out how we'll escape this prison, Kay.
Oh, so like, how are we gonna bust out?
Who just thinks to jump into an open hatch, right? It seems your reckless actions were of use after all.
Are you actually, like, praising me?
More of a thank you for giving me an idea regarding the ladder.
The underground ladder? What about it?
This ladder isn't just for those who wish to go down.
Oh, I see. So if we use this...
Yes, I believe it's long enough to reach the top of those lockers.
Well, then what are we waiting for?
to regret giving Edgeworth that voice. I've never had to do it for so many lines before. Turns out it actually has a cost. We should stream more Dead by Daylight? Why should we stream more Dead by Daylight? Where's the more come from? Alright, now we can get out of here. Hatches. Oh. Fair. Yeah, we just spent entirely too much time in here. Just do a posh English accent? I don't know if I've even got one for him. Man, not doing him as a VIP is such a weird thought, but that, we've never had anyone with that many lines with that voice before. I think we do have some tea. Actually, you know what? Give me one moment. I'm going to ask if Wife will be kind enough to prepare me some of that tea, because we do have some for throat, and then that way we can just keep doing as we've been doing. One moment. Alright, Alora's gonna do me a solid and prep some of that tea. Kidnappers who held me hostage and the mysterious Interpol agent. This case is only getting started, and I'll be the one to bring it to a resounding end. Oh boy. I'm gonna have to bust out the redneck voice for somebody here. March 13th, 12:11 p.m. in the Wild Wild West area. Not just the Wild West area, the Wild Wild West area. And unfortunately, I do not have a Will Smith impression to go with that. We have circular, but Phoenix had way more of the lines during those. Edgeworth actually talks a hell of a lot in AAI. That looks like it stopped raining for now. Yeah, thank goodness. You have no idea how hard it was raining earlier. Gumshoe, guessing? Mr. Edgeworth. Good guess. I'm so glad you managed to escape, sir. I was so stressed that I thought my eye was gonna give out. Detective Gumshoe, may I ask what in the world that is? Oh, what's, Oh, we got Men in Black. Count off! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 98, 99. Shifu, all 99 members are here and accounted for, sir. Is this the... This is not the guy we voiced earlier, I assume. In which case... Is this the guy we voiced earlier? Is this the Interpol agent? Mrs. Lang? Oh, fuck. Okay. I gave Popo to a Raichu. Cool. Okay, I'll work with that. Oh, boy. Pecking order. Okay. What the heck do you think you're doing, counting my cubs off like that? Every person is a valuable human being, you get me? And everyone has a name that their parents gave to them. No one is a 2 or a 3. Everyone, regardless of age or rank, is number 1. Got it. Except that Edgeworth guy, who I couldn't be bothered to go looking for.
I look at the dude and I just want to say, Pikachu, instead. And sadly, I don't have a Ryan Reynolds impression to go with him.
You're Agent Lang, I take it.
You, Vidal, how dare you address our chief so rudely?
Okay.
Long Ji says, a cub who disrespects others soon feels the disciplinary bite of an elder. Come here so I can bitch slap you. So don't you ever forget to show the proper respect towards another person. Shina? This isn't much, but please accept my card.
Ah, thank you. Please accept mine in return.
You all see that just now? That is the proper way for two people to show their respect. Keep that in mind and you'll get far in life, got it?
Just exclamation voice you're looking for, Sione. That's right. Franziska did warn me. Something about an elite Interpol agent from the Republic of Jingfa. Apparently this man has the highest successful arrest rate in the organization.
Honorable Beast Boy.
Agent Lang, why exactly is an Interpol agent involved with this clearly domestic case?
That's none of your business, Mr. Prosecutor.
How is it not?
I've heard a rumor or two about you. You solved a murder that occurred during your flight home recently, right? But you sure took a while just to arrest one little flight attendant. How pathetic. I knew you said that about Mr. Edgeworth. Are you saying you could have solved it faster, pal? The comedic relief jumps to the aid of his master. How cliche. Look, what I'm getting at is if that I had been there, no one would have died. I would have solved the entire case and Agent Hicks would still be with us here today.
Agent Lang knew yesterday's victim, Agent Akbi Hicks.
Hicks was like a brother to me, so now I'm out to take my revenge.
Agent Hicks was investigating a smuggling ring with Franziska and a third person. This must be the man she was talking about. In that case, you should understand how I feel as the kidnapped is someone I know. So I ask that you please allow me to participate in the investigation. Bitch, did you just interrupt me?
This isn't your neatly trimmed courtroom of Eden, you know. You're out in the wilderness now, Mr. Prosecutor, and way out of your league. No hard feelings. Why don't you go on back to your courtroom now, pretty boy?
Isn't this the dude who's just espousing respect?
Raichu's a hypocrite, apparently.
You dare to mock the court?
It's hard to look at the screen and hear Popo while looking at Lang. I do. And I don't need the help of a filthy prosecutor. This dude does seem very pecking order. Sorry, but the truth doesn't need the likes of you to distort it today.
Who uses the adjective filthy to describe a prosecutor? And why? Why do I feel such intense loathing emanating from him?
Alright, men. Good job on the perimeter around Gatewater Land. Now just find me the kidnapper and bring the punk to me. Dismissed.
Sir!
Now then, Mr. Prosecutor, you just sit tight here and don't cause any trouble. Understand?
Oh, wait. Excuse me, sir, I am pointing my finger at you. You do not walk away when I am finger pointing. He walked away. My finger point has lost its power.
Ah, Mr. Edgeworth,
It's been a while since I last met someone so disagreeable. Why, of all places, did he show up here? And completely out of the blue at that? I suppose I'll have to ask Detective Gumshoe to fill me in on that.
establish dominance over him and he'll pay us. Look, does anyone have a Pokeball? We slap him with enough of them. Might work. Meanwhile, Master Thief casually standing around not being arrested. Yep, but in her defense, she hasn't actually stolen anything yet. And if Lang's as good as he says, then he already knows that. He's out of court, the finger pointing holds no power. It worked on the plane! Oh, good one, Luna. Good luck. Alright, what do we got here? The Haunted House, the Wild Wild West, the main gate, and the stadium. Wait, where's the... That... I'm disappointed. They claimed that they had a handcuff, loop-de-loop, double-loop roller coaster, and I'm not seeing a handcuff out of that. I have been lied to. I want my money back. Man. Like, I can't calmly do any stealing at all with that detective around.
I suppose it's not easy when there's this many members of law enforcement in the vicinity.
It's alright. It's not like I'm in a hurry to steal just any old thing.
Which is it? Do you plan to steal something or not? Quite the mystery, this one. Maybe I should talk with her a bit more.
Talk about next steps. So, like, what are you gonna do in your investigation in the kidnapping?
Good question. Since Agent Lang holds the authority to investigate this case now, this makes things a bit more complicated.
Does this money you speak of doesn't exist in this universe? It's the only way I can understand Phoenix Wright still being in business. Money must not exist. Oh, come on, you can't let that stop you. I'll even lend you a hand, so let's go.
Well, you're a self-reported great thief, aren't you? I don't believe I can let someone of an unlawful nature participate in an investigation.
You don't like to listen, do you? I'm not just any old great thief, I'm the Yatagarasu. And as I said earlier, the Yatagarasu is after one and only one thing. And... what is it? Is it that one movie?
What is this one and only one thing you're after?
The Yatagarasu is only interested in one thing. And that is the truth.
I see. It was 7 years ago. There was a vigilante who threw the business world into a panic. Labeled mysterious and phantom-like, the Yatagarasu appeared and vanished at will. Though we still don't know much about this thief's ultimate goal, we do know the targets. The Yatagarasu like to find and publicly disclose evidence of corrupt dealings of all sorts. Once a target was chosen, no dramatic calling card or announcement was sent forth.
Oh, the tea has arrived. Thank you very much. Much appreciated. That will help once it cools down a bit. One and only one thing. The buried copies of the old Atari ET game. Oh god, no.
Instead, the chosen corporation was infiltrated without even the target noticing. Some days later, the evidence that was found was sent out to the mass media, along with a card with the mark of a three-legged raven.
Oh, well, my poor wife hates facial hair, except the goatee. She likes the goatee I normally have, but, of course, HoboCast means for the entirety of August I was just growing everything. So, yeah. VODs from those periods always look weird as hell because I just suddenly look so shaggy.
Looking back, I suppose you could call what the Yatagarasu was stealing the truth. Could this child really be the successor to the original Yatagarasu? Well, that can't be. Can it?
I present you with nothing at the moment. Gumshoe.
Great job, detective.
Ah, sir.
For losing sight of me and the kidnapper, and allowing my investigation to be hijacked.
Sir,
I look forward to your next month's salary assessment.
But the case isn't lost yet, sir. I'm going to show you so much of a man Dick Gumshoe can be.
Shall I prepare the 21-gun salute now or later?
Let's talk about Agent Lang.
Detective, are you sure it was the precinct you called for backup?
Of course, sir. I think I would know the number to my own precinct like the back of my hand. Oh.
Then why did an Interpol agent show up instead with an army of his own agents?
That I have no idea. Well, 5 minutes after I made the call, that Wolfman showed up out of nowhere, sir.
I do not get Wolf from that dude. I get Pokemon. Agent Lang definitely has an agenda, so the question is, what is he after?
Next steps, Gumshoe? Now, Mr. Edgeworth, I was wondering if I may ask about one thing, sir.
Yeah, so what is it?
Who is that? The girl over there, I mean. It's like, I'm Mr. Edgeworth's assistant, Kay Faraday. Oh, what?
Funny, I don't recall making you my assistant, Kay.
Oh, yeah, I'm Mr. Edgeworth's assistant, me. It's been like that since forever. Sorry, but I just stole your supporting role, okay? It's mine now. Ooh, I really am a thief. How can you say something so serious with that giant grin on your face, bro? Mr. Edgeworth, yeah, we got a thief in our hands, sir. She stole my role, sir. I'm thinking you're in getting her convicted and making sure she serves out her sentence. Come on, it'll be fun, like musical chairs. You better stay fast on your feet. No way. I will not lose the spotlight to you, little girl.
Oh, son. So that would be our Shake Bear. Right. Lance? Lance? Where are you, son?
Those earlobes.
Mr. Amano? Oh, Miles, my boy. I'm sorry to involve you in such an affair just after you've returned. For you, Mr. Amano, I gladly offer my assistance. After all, I have you to thank for how well things turned out during my time abroad. If it wasn't for you, I might not have been introduced to that law office and have the chance to study the inner workings of another country's judicial system. Oh, no. No, I insist. Think nothing of it. As you know, Manfred and I go way back. I consider a beloved disciple of his to be like one of my own blood. If you ever want to go overseas again, you need only to ask. I can use my company's vast network to send you anywhere at any time.
So who's like the old man?
He is the father of the currently kidnapped Lance Amano, Ernest Amano. Now then, have you found Lance yet, Miles? Please, I miss my poor boy dearly, he says while counting his dollars. Yeno bucks.
Huh. Well, not only did I not find him, I think I lost your million. Sorry.
I'm terribly sorry, but your son's whereabouts remain unknown, Mr. Amano. Hold on there. Then what happened to all that money? I believe the $1 million has been stolen and that the culprits are now on the run. What?
Poor old man. Don't you have anything you could give him to, like, cheer him up, Mr. Edgeworth?
Forgive me, Mr. Amano. I could give him my prosecutor badge! Seeing that badge reminds me of Manfred. Now he was one fine prosecutor, the best of the best. Yes, I can't disagree with you there.
His emotional support cache. Now I want a wad of bills just so I can have the same thing.
I sense you don't really want to talk about him. How I feel about him... It's hard for me to be truthful about that with another person. Your hard countenance. I don't know what you're thinking or feeling. Mark my words. I think you're Manfred's true successor. I really do. Don't tell his daughter.
Let's talk about the kidnapping. Emergency stripper once. Oh no. It's time to build CLZ land. Whee! I can finally go and build the moderator cult compound. Not cult compound. Moderator shared living space. With fiber.
I was wondering if you could please tell me the details of the kidnapping one more time. Oh, it was yesterday. A call came to the house. From the receiver came the sound of my son. Help me, Daddy.
Moderator commune. Is that his face in the bills? It's hard. I don't get a good look at it. Oh, wait. No, I see what you mean. Oh my god, I think it is. He is on the money.
I know this is tough, but please stay with me here, Mr. Amano. I don't understand. He hasn't called me daddy in ages. It was incredibly moving. I wish I'd recorded him saying that.
Free and totally not a cell housing. Everyone takes their turn on the bicycles to provide power to the compound.
He definitely should have recorded that conversation. But not for the foolish sentimentalities of an old man.
You want small bills for soda and snack machines, or do they all work on cards now in Japan? Oh no, cash is still king there. Plenty of stuff takes cards, yeah, but cash is still king. You'll still find plenty of places that won't take anything but cash too. Which is why I just stayed completely cash based while I was there for the 2 months.
Refresh my memory, what kind of person is Lance again? How will telling you about Lance help you get him back? Surprisingly, a lot can be deduced from a person's relationships and behavior, such as, for instance, whether or not they were kidnapped in the first place, or are faking it and just made off with $1 million of your dollars. You know, shit like that.
I used cash today, it was great. I miss cash sometimes. Cash is easier to budget with. Somehow never connected the Shake Bearers named after Mr. Shakedown. It's the voice we used when we saw him. We're like, holy shit, what the hell voice did we give him?
I don't know.
And yeah, so it just stuck after that.
Very well then, Lance is my one and only son, and he turned 21 this year.
Also, it's a hell of a voice to get mugged by.
He's very much like me when I was his age, kind and very attractive. I'm sure women simply can't keep their hands off of him. Is there anything else about him you've noticed of late? Now that you mention it, I haven't been able to get in contact with our butler, Oliver. Your butler? Yes, his name is Oliver Deacon. He's been with our family for years now.
Ah, so the butler and your kid have just fleeced you. Cool. Cool.
He gets along so well with Lance, so I thought maybe he would know where my son is.
Yeah, no, you just got fleeced by both of them, dude.
More like Ernest.
He's very earnest.
Thank you for the bits, Bill.
Mr. Amano, could you please tell me a little more about your butler, Mr. Deacon? As a butler, he's outstanding. He even serves as Lance's personal private tutor. He took a brief leave recently, but even after it was over, I haven't been able to reach him. So, you still haven't spoken with him since his leave? What about his family and friends? They said they hadn't seen him. I've tried everything I could think of, Miles. Do you think this could have something to do with Lance's kidnapping? It's possible, but I can't say anything for sure quite yet. So even the person closest to the victim has gone missing. Oliver Deacon. Sounds like one name I had better keep in mind. Detective Gumshoe.
Yes, sir.
Let's begin our investigation. Even if that Interpol agent holds the authority to head this investigation, we can't allow ourselves to stand idly by twiddling our thumbs. I don't have an animation for that. I need to point at things.
With you 100%, Mr. Edgeworth, sir. I, Dick Gumshoe, pledge to stick by your side through thick and thin.
Mr. Amano, it was my fault that the culprits escaped. Which is why, with your blessing,
The existence of
I vow to
deacons
return Lance to you
suggests
myself.
Acon, Beacon, and Seacon.
The existence of Deacon suggests Acon, Beacon, Seacon. But Aco, Beco, Seco. I mean, thank you for the best, Phil.
Oh, I've never seen you so passionate before, Miles. Good luck to you, my boy.
All right, so well, what are you waiting for? Let's do some investigating. Hey, I think I'm listening to you, pal. Forget it. Yeah, forget about it. Wild Wild West area. Time to investigate. So what should we examine first?
Thanks to Agent Lang, we can't leave this area. But the culprits were here until only very recently. Which means we may be able to find some clues that will tell us how they escaped.
Okay, let's get a looking. Hey, you there.
Huh, oh, me?
What are you doing goofing off in a place like this?
I wasn't goofing off. I was about to help Mr. Edgeworth kick off his investigation.
You imbecile. All precinct detectives are now under Agent Lang's direct command.
No way. I am not working for Wolf Boy. Mr. Edgeworth, can you do something?
No, please, go help his investigation.
I'm not exactly in a position to argue, seeing as how you are a member of the police. Somehow.
Good, now let's go.
No! Bye!
Boy, have I got just the job for so many of your talents. Well, that was exciting. Okay. What? Can't you tell I'm all ready to get down to some detective work?
You should go home. Your parents must be worried about you.
Oh, come on. Like, I finally get to be your assistant and you try to ditch me?
I don't recall offering you the position.
Why do you have to be so difficult? Besides, it's already too late, you know? Like I said, I've already stolen the position of assistant a while back.
You're the only one asserting that.
Well, by the time anyone notices, it's already gone. That's the Adagarasu way.
You shouldn't speak so lightly of things you know nothing about.
Fine, whatever, you win. Go ahead and do your little investigation. But the talented Assistant K is going to tag along no matter what you say.
Even if she turns out to be useless, she's not going to listen to me. I might as well surrender and let her come along for the ride.
There is no escape. I have this nagging feeling like there was something I was going to mention. Now I've completely forgotten what it is. Oh, actually no, I do remember what it is now. So, random question. How the hell do any of you all understand me when I speak? Because I watch my VODs and half the time I don't know what the fuck I just said. I don't know how anyone else does.
Honorary pretty dude!
God damn it. Bill, thank you for the 20 gift sub bomb. Much appreciated. The text on the screen. You cannot tell me you're going off of the captions, because the captions are terrible. I have seen my captions. Chat is just awesome. That's more believable. Seriously, I was doing some editing on the 13 Sentinels. Thanks, Sione. And I rolled back through one thing, I said something, and I went back and listened to it like 5 times. It's like, no, I don't know what I'm saying. I sincerely have no idea what I was saying. Oh, the game text. Oh, so you don't understand me, Amy, is what you're saying. Good to know. Find it quite difficult to understand my own recorded voice as well. Interesting. Well, I will put more effort into enunciating, because apparently I just sometimes. I talk fast, I think I find. It's not that bad, but it's bad enough that you noticed it. I'm just going to leave now. Hey, it's the blue badger. Oh my gosh, she's going for a camera. Badger get. Right, Franzel? Do you feel just all that PTSD coming back from that case? Twitch closed caption works all right? No, it doesn't. I only have it on as a joke at this point.
I really don't understand why she's so excited over this badger hunt, but I gotta tell you, the jump is freaking adorable.
God, no, not the music. Just imagine the music and it panning left and right. After listening to my students' English, you speak perfect English with every character. Alright, say so. I'll take it, fine.
Speaking of badgers, there's a person inside of there. Mr. Badger, I wonder if you might share with me what you saw, assuming you aren't actually the criminal.
Left and right panning with slow motion dance, right?
He's doing that contorted, wriggling dance again.
Aha. What? Wait. Oh god, that dude, I recognize him. What the hell was his name? Meekins. Oh god, we have Meekins on here as a fast Krillin. Oh my god. You've uncovered my identity, sir. Oh no, I was meant to remain under the head, sir.
Aren't you Officer Meekins?
Oh god, I gotta add him to the list now. Sir, Mike Meekins reporting for duty, sir.
This man was a witness in one of the cases I headed 2 years ago. About the only thing I remember about this officer is that, he often spoke and acted before he thought, which gave me a great deal of headaches.
So, is he like a friend of yours, Mr. Edgeworth?
I've met him in the courtroom once before. Why was he so upset when we unmasked him? Does he have something to hide?
Let's talk to Mr. Mike Meekins.
Officer Meekins, why are you standing here wasting time?
Sir, because I'm not a police officer right now, sir. I'm the Blue Badger, sir. Yet I'm creating memories and dreams for the kids. That's never a waste of time, sir. I have a dream to become as big as Detective Gumshoe, sir. In what sense, dude? Because I don't think you've got the bone structure for one way, and I don't think you're aiming high enough the other. Going full nostalgia for the worst part of a side story that later became our main story. Yes, he had the cap inside the costume. It's a big head, I guess. I was patrolling the scorchingly boring beat until a little while ago. When the dispatch radio on my shoulder crackled, the kidnappers have escaped, sir. Meekins did Lappy from Astral Chain before it was cool. God. Thank you for the bits, Bill. I still haven't played my copy of that. One day. One day I'll have time to play things, I swear. I'm lying and we know it. I thought maybe this was my shot at making detective, sir. I rushed on over to join in, but when I got here, there was a sea of people already. Yeah, and I couldn't spread my trademark friendliness and joy onto anyone.
It would seem that some people never change.
Aim for the stars, hit the landing pad, buddy. Ooh, the SpaceX approach. Blue Badger.
So why exactly are you in that ridiculous outfit?
Sir, that's because, sir, I'm here to keep the visitors in good spirits, sir. This is also to hide the fact that I'm an officer on the trail of a kidnapper, sir.
I see. Agent Lang is very wise to employ this sort of diversionary tactics.
We handed the role of the Blue Badger out of all the different disguises, sir. It's such an honor. So, Meekins, did you actually, I don't know, find anything?
How long have you been standing here, officer?
Sir, for about one little hour, sir.
That's around the time I woke up from being knocked unconscious.
And I've been here ever since, sir.
If that's true, then it's possible Officer Meekins saw the kidnappers escaping.
However, sir, I must tell you I didn't see a thing, sir. You can't see through the damn headpiece, can you?
I haven't asked you anything yet, officer.
Oh, no, but I know you will, sir.
He's hiding something from me. Officer Meekins, I insist you tell me more about your recent movements.
Sir, I've been playing the Blue Badger this whole time, sir, and getting into it, too. I patrolled the park all while wearing this costume. Have a good look, BB guy. And 1 hour ago, I came over here, sir. I haven't seen any suspicious-looking people this whole time, sir. But I did see a badger, sir. A lone blue badger.
What you said just now is contradictory to the facts.
So, like, how so, Mr. Edgeworth?
This is what Officer Meekins' testimony contradicts, that there's only... It's probably going to be the thing about there being one of each badger in the park, which, I mean, is fine. That just implies that it's obviously the kidnapper. Like,
Take that!
Officer Meekins, let's back things up. I'd like to ask you about your last statement.
Sir, of course, sir. If that's your wish, Mr. Prosecutor, sir. This little patrolman will wait as long as I'm commanded to wait. I just kind of want to make him sit there for a while then. figure he'll explode if I just wait 5 minutes.
You said that you saw a blue badger, correct? And yet, if you take a look at this, what you saw was not supposed to happen.
Badger photo rally. Take a picture of every member of the Badger family. Receive a prize. Only one of each of the 4 family members wandering throughout the park. Best of luck. Don't want to see him explode. Fair. No, really, his head is pretty empty. Oh, so it might just deflate instead.
This park is supposed to have only one of each badger in it at any given time. Which means that as long as you were the blue badger, Officer Meekins, you should not have seen another blue badger wandering the premises.
Oh my god, that was amazing. That face. Oh, what, sir? Oh, then, like, that would mean that there are 2 blue badgers walking around, but why? There's only supposed to be 1, but a second was spotted. Vamp, what's up? And I'm going to present you with my bad badger's head for no real reason. Sir, I'm undercover as the blue badger now, sir. I must pretend to not know anything about anything, sir.
I mustn't respond to that. It would be like shooting fish in a barrel.
Also have my prosecutor badge. Sir, it's so incredibly shiny, but it has a really ugly shape. Excuse you? I knew it. I was ready to go for the much, much more manly police badge, sir. But I lose a lot, and I just know I'm going to lose it for real one of these days, sir. Mr. Edgeworth, I think this cop is 1 donut short of a baker's dozen.
I know. Believe me. I know.
What do we currently have in our headspace? Costumes and the second blue badger. Oh, I mean, in theory, I should be able to put those together, because there's a bunch missing from there. This depends how they want to use it, but, like, we could say that's where it came from, therefore we were in there with it.
A second blue badger that shouldn't exist. Clearly the true identity of the person underneath is...
Oh, I know. It's one of the kidnappers, right? Like the person wore a costume to get away? Yep, second blue badger was probably the kidnapper in disguise.
Precisely. After all, the costumes that went missing from the storage area are...
A blue badger, a proto badger, and a bad badger.
Yes, those 3.
So, like, there are 3 funny badgers running around in the park somewhere, huh? Stolen costumes jotted down. So, I guess the question is the first one we found... Well, he had the sign for the photograph thing, so the one we first ran into is probably real? Good God, that face. Let's not interact for a moment. Hey, there's a bunch of footprints in the mud over here. Had the bad badger still there? Yes, there is one. Well, yeah, there is one on the floor. So, in theory, half of a costume was taken, along with there being an extra blue and an extra proto badger.
I remember hearing rain fall out here while I was being held in there.
Yep, it was just a passing rain. That's why the ground had already gotten pretty much dried out.
I should be thankful. It left us with some nice footprint samples.
You know what? I bet if we like follow them, we can find out where the kidnappers went. Plus, we'd be able to spot them because of their muddy shoes.
I don't think it'll be that easy.
Why not?
Look carefully. There are quite a few different sets here, and we don't know which ones belong to the kidnappers.
Oh, that's true. We don't know what kinds of shoes they were wearing. If we knew, we'd be able to track the kidnappers from the footprints. I don't know. Were these did these outfits come with feet? I should go take a look at our buddy over there. Mr. Meekins. Yep. That's interesting. I wonder. Can I put these 2 together then? Because I'm just curious if it let me put these 2 together because, like, it's kind of more of a onesie, which imply it's not really, like, a tread.
Now that we know the kidnappers were wearing badger costumes, those footprints from earlier take on a new and very significant meaning.
Oh, you mean, like, now we know which tracks belong to the kidnappers, right?
Yes, more than shoe prints, we need to follow the paw prints of badgers.
Okay, Mr. Edgeworth, it's time to use those footprints and go badger hunting. I have an elephant gun. So we're looking for footprints made by a costume. Hey, I think I found them. There are 2 sets here.
They do. They both do look like possible candidates.
This set is walking up to the west. It just stops. I can't make heads or tails of where it's headed from here.
I think we can assume it's headed towards the stadium.
I wonder where the other set leads. This one seems to be headed east. And it just ends at Mr. Meekins. Huh? Quick, Mr. Edgeworth, I've got him. Got one of the culprits. Oh man, her animations are great. And she's totally welcome to punch Meekins.
Oh, no, I'm not a kidnapper, sir.
Down, Kay. Clearly those footprints belong to Officer Meekins. But our criminals were each wearing a costume.
Maybe they came over to this garage for something?
That's what I would suppose. Officer Meekins, if you could step aside for a moment.
Case on the shadowboxing is amazing. I know, it looks so good. I love how good the sprites are in this.
Ah, sir, Roger Wilco, sir.
Let's open the shutter and see what we find.
Maybe we'll, like, find the kidnappers hiding inside. I'm gonna guess we didn't find the kidnappers hiding inside.
What the? We seem to have stumbled across a dead body that somehow the legion of 99 cops who were here 5 minutes ago all missed. Well, I guess if Gumshoe's any indication, we have no competition.
The butler, potentially, yes, but there was mention that someone had betrayed them in the conversation going on. Oh, I'm sorry, did that steal your breath, Kay?
She must be in severe shock to have been the first to find it. Now then, who is this man?
There we go.
Ooh, it's Oliver. Mr. Amano, are you saying that this man is... Yes, he's my butler. How could something like this have happened? Indeed, why was Mr. Deacon here to begin with? I'd better investigate the crime scene quickly before Agent Lang or his men return. Kidnapper's footprints lead right to the garage. And right to a dead body.
Looks like there's parking spots for maybe like vehicles for the Badgers. Maybe we're missing a pink vehicle somewhere. Oh god, they divide their brain cells and each has one. No! No wonder the cops don't accomplish anything. Time for the class trial. A body has been discovered! I actually went back and fixed some of the Danganronpa VODs recently. I have my entire playthrough up on YouTube. It's like... I posted like 8 years ago. Butler's dead, the butler did it? I mean, suicide doesn't rule that out.
Is it possible one of the kidnappers is now a murder victim?
Following a kidnapper's prints led us to a body. Was the victim in a costume? Well, his blood will help us decide whether it's in something or where he was in something or not. Inverse detective skill law like inverse ninja law. God.
From my cursory examination, I believe this man died of a fatal bullet wound.
Oliver Deacon, shot dead. You sure calm for someone who just found a body?
It's surprising what one can become accustomed to in the span of 2 days. I won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious-looking nook and cranny.
I'm not going to expect this man's nooks and crannies, just saying.
This is an unusually shaped pendant.
What is it? Is something valuable?
She seems to have regained some of her composure.
It looks like a horse pendant. It's got an antique feel about it, and it's really pretty. Hold on, like, this is made of platinum silver. Nice, it is worth something after all. Oh, look, there's like something written on the back. Colin Deveray, it's a name.
Colin Deveray? And this man's name is...
What else do I have on me? Okay, I don't think I have anything that I would use to deduce at the moment. I don't think I have anything left to, stick together. Unless he was faking.
As long as the Interpol agent has control of this case, I'm not going to be able to have a real autopsy done on the victim. I'm no doctor, but let's see what I can piece together myself. There are 2 gunshot wounds, one in his abdomen and one in his shoulder.
So that means he was shot twice.
No, I don't think so. I think the abdominal one is an entry wound and the one near his shoulder is the exit wound.
That means he has to be above someone. That's a rising trajectory. Nice. I knew you could figure it out.
It comes with experience, and I've seen my share of crime scenes. Speaking of experience, this crime scene seems a bit too clean for a murder where the bullet went clean through. I should make a note of this oddity.
The victim is Oliver Deacon. Bullet entered his abdomen and exited through his shoulder. Oh, I can't look at those things. Anything else in the immediate area I can look at? I already checked those, and then obviously that. Nothing to do with his hands. Check his boots. Always check a dead man's boots. Doesn't seem to be anything else I can immediately interact with. So we're gonna have to deduce something about him, but obviously not that. What am I using to deduce at the moment?
Is this possible connected to any of the evidence I hold? What do we have right now?
I mean, I could suggest that he had potentially. Well, no, that was still back in there with us, though. Okay, profiles on something we can poke at anyways. What are we missing then? There's only seems to be the 2 things I can interact with. I assume. Yeah, if the deduce is there, I assume there's actually something available to deduce. Let me just double check talking to people.
Excuse me, but if you could let me through here?
Yeah, sorry, can't let anyone through. Agent Lang's orders.
I suppose we'll have to deal with this impasse for now. I thought I saw a regular investigation a moment ago. There it is.
There we go.
It's a set of tire tracks originating from the garage.
So that means a car left from the garage at some time, right?
Correct. But for the car to leave these tracks, it would mean that it left during the passing rain. That's the only explanation as to why these tracks are made of mud. 3 treads, I think we can also safely assume it's a special type of car.
Oh, but that didn't give me anything to work with. So all we've got is that, which obviously we can't connect with anything. I'm going to have a quick chat with our buddy here.
Mr. Amano, this body.
Yes, that's my butler, Oliver. How could something like this have happened?
Indeed. And why was Mr. Deacon here to begin with?
Clutch the money, old man. I mean,
what a peculiar car.
yeah, from the look of it, it must be the blue Badger-mobile. The Badger-mobile. It has like 3 tires, so maybe it left those tire tracks behind?
That's simply not possible.
Why?
Take a look at the tires. There's no mud stuck to them. Therefore, it must have been here since before it started to rain.
Oh, gotcha. Good eye.
And it's a shame I don't see any other clues around.
So I think I have to deduce something with what I have, but I'm not actually sure what they're asking me for right now. What do I have on hand? Oh, let's just talking to her, right? Oh, let's talk about murder. Who wants to talk about murder?
It appears this case has taken a turn for the unexpected.
I'll say, I was shocked to open that shutter and find a dead body inside.
I suppose most people would be, since the average person rarely runs across a corpse.
Wait, you just compared me to a normal person, didn't you? I'll have you know that I'm...
Sorry, I suppose I should have recognized that you're a thief, correct?
No, I'm a great thief. And a great thief is not surprised by anything, got it?
Apparently with great thievery comes great loss of short-term memory. Okay, she's growing on me. In her own weird way. I was left in the isolation room. Now, this is a clean murder scene. I wonder if I can connect it to the missing costumes, because then most of the blood would be inside the costume and not out here. I wonder if that's what they're angling for. In which case, I'll do my deduction here. Let's see if that This piece of evidence alone solves the whole case does not sound like the correct answer. Really? You think so? Because to be honest, like, I don't really see how it solves anything. You must be confused jumping from a kidnapping to a murder. Yeah, that's it. There's always someone around for him to look like an idiot in front of. And, like, I like to imagine the green bar is just his self-esteem. Oh, fucked up. I need a little girl pointed out. So let's see. 2 gunshot wounds. Shot once. Yeah, crime scene's too clean for a murder where the bullet went clean through. I only got the one... Yeah, was the victim in a costume? Well, I wonder if I can... Usually shape pendant. We got a different name on it. Oh, Oliver Deacon is an anagram. I don't think I have anything that would make sense for me to... Wait, do I have to... Oh, Oh, jeez, okay. They want me to compare the change in name, I think. Eureka! Oh, geez. I was thinking of, like, evidence related to the murder stuff, not... Sometimes it's easy to overlook something. Ugh. Kay is way more confident than most of the assistants, even if it's false confidence. I wish I could have seen her terrible landing after that jump. Yeah, no, not this time. It was totally a case of, like, because the picture in there is the murder scene, as I'm looking at it, it didn't occur to me that that's also what I want to throw at the murder scene. I was looking for other things related to it. There's something not right about the name on the pendant. The victim is the Omino family butler, and his name is Oliver Deacon. But the name of the pendant is Colin Deveray.
I wonder what's up with that.
I don't know, but I think we've hit upon an important piece of information.
Oh, no, he's... Right in this case, though, Kabi, like, I was floundering on this one because I just missed the obvious. Puzzles are interesting because there's a headspace required for any given puzzle, and if you miss the headspace, it can leave you completely outside of what you're aiming for. It's why puzzles are probably one of the hardest things to balance in game design. It's... Man, like, take something like a Sudoku puzzle. There are people who can do those just at a glance, immediate, and then there are people who don't get them at all. It's like, this is meant to be an easy one. Not if you're not used to them. It's not, right? They are the devil to balance. Everybody's brain works differently, and everyone's problem-solving skills are different. It's super difficult to actually, like, try and balance progression. The best you can generally hope to do is something we sometimes refer to as IPM, Introduce, Practice, Master, which is if you're going to do a type of puzzle, do it 3 times. Once at whatever you consider to be an easy level to introduce people to the concept, once again but more complicated to basically practice it, and then once again more complicated than that for essentially the mastery. 3s are very, very useful in design. Sudoku are pretty easy for you. ADHD pattern recognition also. Alora does a ton of them as well. But yeah, it's just one of those things. Like, puzzles are fun like that, and hell for design. Though nothing is quite as brutal as back when I was working on Skylanders Swap Force. This is a kids game, so we had legitimate kid testing, where we put the game down in front of very young kids, like anywhere from like I think 5 to 8 at the time for some of this testing. And some of them, one of the swap zones involved flying around, and you held B for basically your acceleration, so you would rocket around. And I remember one kid looked at the B button and then proceeded to keep pressing it. And in very short fits and starts would be moving forward and could not, by any stretch of the imagination, actually finish the race in time. Because we showed them a pulsing B, so they pulsed the B. They weren't technically wrong, but goddamn. You just never know how someone is going to process something sometimes. That eventually got updated to just straight up say, like, hold B. Always annoying when a puzzle has more than one correct solution, but the game only accepts one of them. Yep. Yeah, my bane is, murder mystery especially, is solving something ahead of when I'm meant to solve it and thinking I have the tools to present it now, but it's something else they want me to solve. I'm like, no, but this is it. We know this. This is definitely the thing. Poor kid. Well, I mean, we learned from it, right? We changed it to hold B instead of just showing the pulsing B button, because that's how someone took it when they saw it. And yes, Cubby, we were talking about that earlier. Totally there for that. Yeah, jumping ahead. Solve it in the order you were supposed to solve it can be really difficult. And this caught us out a few times in Danganronpa, because before we ever went to trial, by the time we went to trial, we generally had the murderer and the method pretty much worked out. Which meant I was really often too far ahead for what they were asking me, and that screwed me up a bunch. But I didn't like going to trial without having roughly figured out who and how. That was, most of the fun of the game for me was figuring that out. Now, who is this? I guess I'll just Lala them from... No, well, Lala was Windbag. I don't know who this is, so we'll just give them a normal one until we see them, and that'll tell us how we're supposed to voice them. Lance, where are you, sweetie? Oh.
Excuse me, but you are...
Is that... Okay. I'm assuming that that's meant to be a ring with a serious stone on it, but I saw that and my brain just went, ring pop? Oh god, she's like that. Oh boy, okay. Oof. What voice are we gonna give her? I know they've referenced Old Bag. Man, I kinda wanna risk it on Russian. Southern Belle, sadly, I haven't practiced in so long. I don't think I could do it now. Yeah, Sione. Is she gonna have a decent number of lines? Because obviously, some of her voices are spoken word. Oh no, I don't want to use Old Bag's voice. That was Lala. That's kind of just held for her just in case. Just in case she shows up. I'm gonna go Russian. There we go. This is bad. He is also really good looking. Stop it, Lauren. Oh, good. Now I have a name for her. You cannot let yourself fall for playboy like him. You're in love with. Who's the other guy again? Forgotten now. It sounds like someone doesn't know the meaning of the phrase inner monologue, huh?
Sorry to interrupt your conversation, but might you be a friend of Lance?
Yes, I'm Lance's girlfriend. My name is Lauren Pops.
It basically is a ring pop on her finger, isn't it? His girlfriend?
It's not like that, more like friends, and not lovers or anything. Well, I have not gotten that far yet. But I guess that is how people are going to see it, so I should just accept it.
Oh god, why does that look so wrong?
Why? Oh no! He even got a ring as present from Lance. I'm swooning. You know what she reminds me of? A cartoon character. Yeah, you're one to talk. Edgeworth's just dying over here.
May I inquire as to why you are here?
I have not been able to get in contact with Lance lately, and I begin to get really worried. I look everywhere for him, and then I hear about kidnapping, so I come here.
The mildly lewd ring pop,
Right? Just... It's not even like lewd as much as weirdly off-putting. Wow, you're really strong for having made it through all this by yourself. Is true. Is Lance really been kidnapped?
No one is supposed to know, but yes, it's true.
Oh, Lance. I cannot believe you have the spirit of the way. I wonder how you are doing right now. Looks like she's gone back to the fair maiden in love routine. So, Mr. Edgeworth, where do we go from here?
Well, we found a body, so we should look into the murder.
Yep.
My men brought me up to speed over the radio. And I have to say, you really should have called. I heard you found something very intriguing.
Would you rather she be sucking you like a pacifier?
No, it's all bad.
I have nothing to hide, Agent Lang. It's exactly what you see before you.
I'll take it from here. Yeah, that guy's really dead. Hey, you waiting for an invitation? I open to detain the suspect now.
Suspect who? Oh, fuck. Here we go again. Oh god, it's him.
Officer Meekins, is it? You're coming with us.
Oh, what? Sir, I had nothing to do with it, sir.
Agent Lang, don't you think you're being a bit rash?
Honestly, I thought they were going to come after me again.
Do you even have a good reason to suspect Officer Meekins?
I leave that kind of stuff to you prosecutors. It's your job, after all.
Once upon a time, this was funny. Nowadays,
Lion, as in the wolf in Chinese.
it's just real. Thank you for the bits, Bill. Is that? Oh, this explains why everyone calls him Wolf Boy.
Like I said earlier, the crime scene isn't as forgiving as your precious courtroom.
That's your answer?
I know you like your logic and reasoning and your evidence. But that sort of impractical fluff is not needed out here in the field. All you have to do is arrest suspicious person after suspicious person. Eventually the right guy winds up in jail, and as for the others, room and board for life. That's how you eliminate crime from the streets. Also, all the people.
That's also precisely how you unnecessarily arrest innocent people by mistake.
Innocent people? Nonsense. There's no such thing as an innocent person. We've all got a blemish or two in our hearts.
That is tyranny. I won't allow such a thing to go on unchecked before my eyes.
Too bad you don't call the shots around here.
So, Arrest yourself, buddy? I mean, you just said suspicious people, and you look mighty suspicious. So, just saying. Yes, crime on the streets is down, because there's no people and no streets. We just took everything away.
As I have sworn to uphold the laws of this land, I cannot allow you to take this man in. That you would arrest a man on false charges without even conducting an investigation. Have you no honor as a member of law enforcement?
You, how dare you speak so disrespectfully to our shithead, Shifu?
Hold it. You amuse me, Mr. Prosecutor. Langji says, every pack has its own rules. If you could play by their rules and come out on top, that is a true victory.
Lighting his Vin Diesel Triple X glasses. Wow, that takes me back.
Alright, I'll give your beloved laws a fair shake. And I'll show you just how much investigating I've done. Through my line of logic.
Oh boy, here we go. Shilong Lang's logic. Shithead Lang.
I've seen a lot of bodies like the one being carted off in my time. I can say he was shot in a single glance, but even you figured that much out, right? With your current gun laws, it's not exactly easy to get your hands on a gun.
That's not that's not untrue.
Not unless you're a member of law enforcement like Officer Meekins. Isn't that right?
Good God, I just saw the wanted sign in the background with the $9 million reward for Bad Badger. How do you think? Oh, how will the potpourri break down?
Violently.
That is your reasoning?
Solid as a rock, like my abs. It's based on the philosophy of detainment.
So like, what's this philosophy of detainment?
You don't know? In that case, pay attention, girlie. In my country, the criminals have a saying, beware of the wolf.
Why the wolf?
Because in my language, lang means wolf, and you don't mess with me or my pack.
Well, I guess they were gonna get us there eventually anyways.
And as for the detainment philosophy, its father is my honorable ancestor, Lang Ji.
Oh, you'd think I've heard of him and his teachings if he's that famous. Sorry, buddy. Never heard of you.
Nice animation, though.
Lang Ji developed it as he worked to lock criminals away thousands of years ago. To this day, the Zhengfa police still train its recruits using his philosophies.
All I'm going to say to that is, can you imagine teaching science and biology out of 2,000-year-old textbooks? If that sounds like a terrible idea to you, that would be incredibly out of date and relatively useless, you'd be right. But thousands of years ago? That makes your story about as believable as a fairy tale.
Anything wears down and breaks over time. Do you really believe something as ancient as that can be applied to today's world?
You want to put it to a test?
To be fair, we are in Japanifornia and our trials are guilty until proven innocent and memories right. Yes, and that is actually one way that the games do actually reflect Japanese law. Guilty until proven innocent is actually the thing there. So when you visit, seriously, don't be an asshole. Shilong Lang's logic. Alright, well, let's just push him on everything.
Hold it!
Yeah, don't get arrested. Don't give a reason.
So, what can you tell me about the body?
A lot. Even without an autopsy, I have my ways. They teach you the basics of forensics along with the detention philosophy.
Oh, then you wouldn't mind telling me a little of what you figured out, correct?
I can say it was shot in a single glance, but even you figured that much out, right? Yep, that is correct.
Hold it! Yes, I think anyone who saw the bullet wounds would come to the same conclusion.
Don't pat yourself on the back yet.
What's that supposed to mean?
Langji says, search where the water is deepest. You have to keep your eyes on the big fish that lurks in the depths, which is the killer.
Is that right? And what would you know about the killer?
With your current gun laws, it's not exactly easy to get your hands on a gun. Well, let's press it.
It would appear you've studied a little bit of our laws.
Studied? Who needs to study what every child in any street corner already knows? It's that. Sheena.
Girl doesn't really speak much. I don't know if she's actually going to wind up with much of a voice. I'm going to add her to the list just in case. Honestly, I should have saved the Russian for her. Actually, she looks way more appropriate to it, but I guess we'll just give her the quiet whisper since it seems like she's just going to pop in. The Federal Firearms Restriction Act. Magiker, we already have a Himiko. They had it, Cammy was our Himiko.
That's it. The Federal Firearms Restriction Act. I hear it's not easy to get a gun these days.
Interesting. That one is the one in charge of keeping track of the information.
Yep, I must remember law enforcement.
If that's the case, there are plenty of other officers who might be potential suspects. You're not seriously going to arrest each and every one of them, are you? Oh my god, you are.
As if I would need to. I've already looked into everyone else here.
Oh?
Other than Officer Meekins, I know no one else's weapon has been fired.
How did you check every single person's weapon in such a short span of time?
That's because each and every one of my subordinates is extremely capable. It didn't take more than a few minutes to conduct the entire investigation.
The power of sheer numbers. You have yet to check Officer Meekin's weapon, correct?
Thanks for reminding me. Hey you, show me your gun. Oh!
What is wrong? Why does he look so sickly pale all of a sudden? Meekins, where's your gun?
Gun! What did you say? I can't hear you. Stop mumbling and spit it out already.
Sir, I lost my gun, sir! How could you be so irresponsible?
Well, how about that then? In the end, it looks like you're still the only suspect we've got. You're the one who waited here outside the garage to ambush and kill the victim.
Meekins, you pathetic jackass.
So you think that Officer Meekins waited here to kill the victim, do you, Lang? I think this little accusation deserves a lot more scrutiny.
Well, let's see what we actually have. Ambush the victim in the garage and killed him here with his gun. Well, I could actually press on that too. Well, let's actually press on that, because that hasn't been executed yet.
You mean to tell me that the murder occurred here, in the garage?
There we go.
And the fact that the suspect was found almost next to where the body was found, I'd say that it's pretty obvious that this is the crime scene. Langji says, a criminal always returns to the scene of the crime.
Hey, like, finally, a quote even I've heard before.
Furthermore, Langji says, I can't remember. Oh yes, successful investigations are the result of multiple returns to a crime scene.
Looks like neither detectives nor criminals have changed their ways over the millenniums. It's been a while, apparently. So, this is the kind of conclusion the philosophy of detainment can lead you to.
It's like, I don't get it, Mr. Edgeworth. Why are you putting yourself on the line for Mr. Meekins?
It's not that I particularly care about what happens to Officer Meekins. In fact, I really don't.
What?
However, I can't simply stand by while Agent Lang ignores our country's laws. Shilong Lang. Just what sort of investigator are you?
Alright, so let's go back to carted off, shot lands, gun law, law enforcement. Killed him here. Okay. So now I guess I have to go with just the preliminary findings because they don't specifically mention the lack of blood, but it is the only like crime scene option we really have. I mean, other than that, but that's not really the crime scene.
Objection!
Unfortunately for you, Agent Lang, that is simply not possible.
What do you mean?
You've seen the crime scene for yourself, and while you were looking, did you not think to yourself that it was a little too clean?
Yeah.
So you did notice that there was too little blood. Do you still wish to claim that Officer Meekins committed the murder here? Because this isn't the crime scene, and if it was your men who led you to think it was, then I suggest you leave this case to the local police to set the record straight.
Oh boy, okay. Not bad. I see your logic can be just as sound as mine. In that case, let me ask you this. Don't you think it's weird that Officer was hanging out around here in the first place?
Weird? How so?
Now your squad's not even supposed to be in this area, right? What were you doing neglecting your duties and loafing around here? Don't you dare give me some lame excuse like I found myself taking a walk.
Sir, I really did take a walk, sir.
You're a disgrace. How dare you take your back obligations so lightly?
Officer Meekins is looking extra meek. Is he hiding something?
Mr. Edgeworth, please, sir. Say me the way you did earlier, please, sir.
Officer Meekins, please give us a detailed account of what happened.
Sir, not you too.
Yes. Oh my god, his eyes. Meekins' testimony. Why do I have a bad feeling about this?
It's true, sir. I wasn't assigned to this area, sir. I was told to check every square inch of the main gate area, sir. I also went looking for the kidnappers while selling dreams in the Blue Badger Mobile, sir.
Huh, so he was in the Blue Badger Mobile at some point.
But I got completely caught up in my role selling dreams to the children, sir. Before I knew it, I found myself here in this area, sir.
Meekins. Well, you were selling dreams to small children. Did you happen to lose your gun to a small child? Just curious. Might have to charge him with a slightly different crime.
What is this Blue Badger Mobile?
My bad feeling is validated. Yeah, it's a moving store on wheels that sells sweet dreams and merchandise, sir.
So the Blue Badger Mobile is just a roaming souvenir shop? Mobile shop on 3 wheels is parked inside the Wild Wild West area garage. It's just a souvenir shop on wheels. Yeah, oh my god, that's right, he did have a loudspeaker, didn't he?
Sir, I swear I was chasing the kidnappers down while I was being a good dream merchant.
Oh, yes, please be more concerned about your lost sidearm.
He seems rather worked
Wait,
up,
you
even
gave
more than
back
his
Junior
usual
Block?
hyperactive self.
He sure seems sure of what he's saying. Oop, I don't know why I didn't hear those bits go off, but thank you for the bits, Bill. Who gave Brock Jr. a Glock? Oh, God. Look, Mommy, I got a toy. It's a souvenir gun. Bang.
Can you try to calm down and lower your voice to a more reasonable level, officer?
Sir! Roger, sir!
Meekins' testimony. Okay. Let's just take a look at what I've got available first here. 'Cause we don't really have much of anything that relates to him other than the one badger in the park, but... And then we got this thing itself. I'm curious about this, though, because that was already in there. So when did the body turn up? Alright, start pressing. Look, Mommy, it's an authentic Bad Badger gun persona. No, oh my god.
Alright then, where were you assigned to?
I was assigned to the main gate, sir.
He must be in the area with the bridge and the outrageous fountain.
God, she really is copying her pose, huh? Okay, so like, why are you here in the Wild Wild West area?
That's because it's because of a very deep reason, ma'am.
Told to check every square inch of the main gate area.
Hold it!
So again, why the hell are you here?
Describe for me how you conducted your investigation.
Yes, sir. Well, first, I made sure there were no suspicious-looking people in the area, sir. But the only people that seemed to gather around me were little girls, sir.
What did you expect when you're dressed like the Blue Badger?
I thought I had no choice at that point, sir, so... I also went looking for the kidnappers while selling dreams in the Blue Badger mobile. That's present.
What exactly do you mean by selling dreams?
Sir, the Blue Badger mobile is where dreams are collected.
This just sounds so creepy. What?
Sweetness like you've never known except in dreams, ma'am, like innocence drops. And bitterness found only in nightmares, ma'am, like guilty jawbreakers. Selling those as I push the Blue Badger mobile along is my sworn duty.
As he pushed it. Interesting. Got completely caught up in his role, selling dreams, selling candy. You can arrest him now. Yeah, you know, I don't think we need to protect him. Let's just... Lang can have him.
Hold it!
You completely forgot to look for the kidnappers.
No, sir, of course not, sir. I would never do something like that, sir.
Uh-huh.
You're absolutely right.
Wow, you're good at this forcing people to confess thing, Mr. Edgeworth.
To be frank, I'm just a little man, sir. I'm better at selling kids a few small dreams than looking for a big crook, sir.
Hold it!
Enough wallowing in your own self-pity. Let's return to your testimony.
Yes, sir.
Before I knew it, found myself here in this area.
Hold it!
Keep talking.
How did you wind up all the way over here?
I was in the middle of a sea of kids, sir. But one of the kids decided to challenge me to a fight, sir. I had to run away from the child's painful drop kicks, and before I knew it...
The good old dropkick. I dished out my fair share of those when I was a kid. I was always the best when you felt when to really connect with your opponent.
In any case, you wound up here for a reason completely unrelated to the investigation.
Sir, that's right, sir.
That's not something you should be admitting to with your head held high, officer. It sounds like he simply forgot about his real job and became the Blue Badger. However, there's one flaw in Officer Meekin's story. I have the feeling he'll need some prodding before he'll spill the beans.
So, he mentioned... Man. So the mobile shop is parked here, but he ran away. So... Either there's another, or that's our gap. So I think that's our gap. So I want to see... Does he mention... Selling dreams? Oh. So he had mentioned the thing about running away from the kids, because it sounded like he just abandoned everything. Okay, it wasn't a sign. Check every square inch of the main gate. I'm gonna try presenting it here, because it was in the garage. I'm not sure if this is what they're going for right now, but it's the only thing that jumps out at me is like related to anything he's talking about. And it was parked.
Objection!
Officer Meekins, I would appreciate it if you didn't tell such transparent lies.
Sir, I'm lying, sir.
Yes, you are. If you were really out there selling dreams with the Blue Badger mobile until recently, then what is it doing here inside the garage?
Oh, I expected to look like an idiot and it'd be like, there's more than one.
Actually, I had just lost track, sir.
Lost track of what?
By the time I realized that the Blue Badger mobile was nowhere to be found, sir.
Which would mean it was perhaps stolen?
And that's when I came back to this area thinking maybe it was in the garage, sir. And that's when you found me, Mr. Edgeworth, sir.
Not so fast!
A likely story. Who do you think is going to buy such a convenient tale as that?
And what exactly is so convenient about his story?
The car getting stolen. It's completely unbelievable, even for a cover story. But I think we can assume the car was used alright to move the dead body.
Oh, what?
You killed the victim at some distant location, Officer Meekins.
Oh wow, Quote 210's a solid one for use. Because plot.
And then you used the blue Badger mobile to transport it all the way here. Now then, you're coming with me.
That wasn't me, sir. The killer, sir. It wasn't me, sir. Agent Lang, wait.
What do you want now?
We still don't know where the real scene of the crime is. You can't say we know all the facts of this case, let alone the truth.
I told you, truth schmooth, I couldn't care less. Our job is to catch the crook. You'll find out your precious truth after we arrest this guy and take him in. That's the job of you prosecutors in your fancy courts with your logic. As for us, we don't have that kind of time to waste.
Oh my god, this dude is such an ass. Oh, you boorish buffoon.
I think you need to leave.
What?
We need to get the body to autopsy and you guys are getting in the way.
You would interfere with another one of my investigations?
Hey, Raving Fire, what's up?
Hey now, let's not forget who holds the actual authority to conduct investigations here.
Yeah, that's technically not me.
I'm afraid the one doing the interrupting is you, my ignorant little pretty boy.
I'm a pretty boy?
Now be a good fancy boy. Be a good fancy boy and get out of my sight. If you don't, I'll arrest you for obstruction of justice, and you know that I will.
Yep, really would. He does seem the type.
Progressive!
Woohoo! Actually, that might be a really good time to call now that we're right between the two bits. Fancy don't let me down, right? That's probably actually a good place to call tonight, I think. Because I'm not too far from when I would end anyways, and this way we're just right between the next bits of the story. So I think I will call it there. I'm going to flip us back over to close. Not that. There we go. So, tomorrow, 6 p.m. Central, will be on for more Ace Attorney investigations. We'll pick this right up here again. And we'll keep that up throughout this week until we hit Virtual Couch on Friday. Yeah, it has basically been 4 hours already. It's been a lot of talking. I'm enjoying the game, though. This is a lot of fun. It's got a great sense of humor. The animations are just so good. Love all the personality in them. I'm gonna miss Cammy, honestly. So I'm gonna throw some end links out there too, and I do want to say a huge thank you to everyone who came out and spent some of your Tuesday night here with me. I do greatly appreciate it. I hope you've been enjoying the game as much as I have. There's the Discord link for those who are interested. Do note, we do not... oh, is that it? There we go. That should be it. It doesn't tell if people join, so if you just want to drop it in lurk, catch schedules, things like that, that is totally cool. No one will know that you were there. We'll be none the wiser. That is always good. But otherwise, we'll pick this up again tomorrow. I don't think I have any other major stuff to round out the night with, other than that new 13 Sentinels app uploaded to YouTube, blah, 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 stuff, things, like, subscribe, comment, whatever. You know the deal. It's all good. But thank you very much for your time tonight. I greatly appreciate it. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your night, ladies and gentlemen. Take care, and I will see you tomorrow for more Ace Attorney investigations. This is Zero out. Yes, feed the algorithm demon. Peace out.